thought process on this? No? Nothing?
Okay, there.
Well,
I'm sure you do.
Ant-Man might win a $4,000 side pot with 8
You're
high.
right. If it's ace of 5 pairs the board.
Oh my gosh. And Ant-Man's going to win the side pot with 8 high. All in.
Yeah. Gonna shove.
Yeah.
And then immediately acting, and they already
Another good fold. So you definitely want to target just full colors with his quads as a player, a decent frequency of the time. And he does call. He's going to be shown the quads. And then he 8.
When that ace hits the river.
Oh,
That's not good.
and I feel, but no, yeah, he does fold.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Rounders tonight from Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas. In the booth with me tonight, bet on Drew Gonzalez. What's up, Drew?
What's up, Rude? It is good to be back.
Good to see you. Good to have you back. But you picked a good one to come back for. This is the final table of the $250,000 guarantee. Rounders Cup 7, right?
Yep, Rounders Cup
Can you
7.
believe it? 7? It's crazy to me. Man, this is a stacked lineup, buddy.
I played with a lot of players at this table. I don't think there's anyone I have not played with, and this is probably the most competitive in a while that I have seen a final table. And I believe that there's only one kind of shortish stack, and then everyone's right 15, 20 blinds, and then bigger.
Well, yeah, except we've got, we'll get to the stack sizes and we'll kind of lay that out for you in just a second. We've got some action right away. Lance limping with 5s, and Martin is going to raise a 310 with a suited ace. Kind of puts Lance in a tough spot. He's got a pocket pair. Yep. He's just going to get out of the way and reset. He probably regrets sticking that 100 out there. But yeah, let's go down the list real quick. We've got John Alvarez in seat 1 there. He is our short stack, starting short stack. He's got 1.5 million. To his left, Austin Apicella. He's a beast. He's a tournament crusher, local guy. He's been around. He travels, goes on tour. He's going very, very deep. He's got a couple of rings. He's got 11 million to start the day with.
That is heaps. That is heaps going into the situation.
3 times the second place guy.
And we were talking about it before the stream here. It puts him in such an advantageous spot to run over the table. And you're wondering, I wonder if he's going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that, you know, he's got the chips, he's got the chops, the chips and the chops. He's probably going to be super aggressive, put pressure on everybody. Here we have Andrew going all in with ace-queen, second hand of the night.
What's he got here? He's got about 16 blinds.
Just under 1.6. Lance is already folded. Lance is hoodied up. Martin folds, hit another ace. Austin 8 deuce offsuit.
And so you see the money there behind JJ's stack.
Yeah, JJ, he knows this is a tournament, right?
Yes.
He's got cash on the table.
So
what's that about?
His cash is what he's doing. He messaged me before the stream tonight, everyone, and he was like, whenever I win a pot, I'm going to tip the dealer $5. And this is going to go to all the dealers because this is a tournament, but he's going to tip the dealer $5. And then every time he wins an all-in, he is going to tip 20.
Okay.
And then if he wins the tournament, he brought $500 tonight. If he wins the tournament, whatever is left over after any tipping on the way, it goes to the dealers.
It goes in the jar.
So just kind of something fun and
All right, well,
engaging
let's
that we
keep
could
an
like
eye.
look
The
at.
dealers, I know who the dealers are rooting for.
I know, right?
That's a good way to kind of bribe some cards out of the deck, right?
I was going to say, it's a good way to kind of muster up some run good, 100%.
Yeah. So the blinds are 50, 100, and the way we do it here at Rounders, the big blind ante pays the amount of the small blind. So it's 50, 100 plus 50,000 for the ante. And if you've been living under a rock somewhere and aren't familiar with how come everybody isn't paying the antes? Only the big blind pays the ante, and obviously everyone takes a turn doing that. So it makes things faster.
Yeah, it makes the game so much faster.
Much more efficient.
I remember when we used to have to wait for 9 people at a table to throw in an ante. It was crazy.
It's like herding cats, you know.
Yeah. It was. It sure was.
So let's finish. I'm going to go through the players here. Here we are. These are the final 9, final table, $250,000 guarantee. There they are with the chip stack.
Austin with the big lead, about 11 million in chips, over 100 big blinds. And then you can see here we have 4 players that are hovering around 15 blinds. We got a 34 blind stack, 22 blind stack, and a couple of 33s. So it's very, very competitive. This is not a short stack final table.
Yeah, the interesting thing to me is going to see what the guys that have like the 3 million chips stack. Those guys that are like medium stacked.
Yeah.
Those are the ones who are really going to have a tough time navigating their way through. Some of the shorter stacks, they know what their move is, right? Everyone knows they're just going to jam or fold.
Yep.
Like we've already seen it twice.
So here's one of the middling stacks. We got Renee's going to open it up.
250 C4. 5 fold.
Make it 250. Tony's got a decent hand on the button here, but he's only got 18 blinds, so it's a interesting situation. Looks like he's just going to call.
6, 7 folds, 8 folds.
One thing about Tony, as we wait for the flop, is that Tony has a lot of tournament experience, especially here at Rounders. I know he goes and travels and plays elsewhere, but he has a way of making final tables. Look at this
And
flop.
flopping trips,
Oh
apparently.
my gosh.
So JJ's got a couple of backdoor draws and 2 overcards. Let's see if he continues. Oh, not JJ, Renee, my bad.
Yeah. Renee just checks. He's a pre-flop aggressor. That flop is really not, can't do much with it. It doesn't help him at all. He's hoping maybe he can high card Tony.
Oh, he's going to take a stab here. Tony's check back on the flop is going to get him at least 1 bet here.
250 is his offering on the turn. Tony just calling in position. That's good. Could be a bad card for Renee. 4 of clubs double pairs the board. He's going to see if he can just kind of realize his equity. Maybe get through with a king high.
So now Tony's got to decide, what can I get called? He's got about 1.2 million behind, 1.2 million in the pot. What do you think he's going to bet here, Rude?
Man, that's a really tough. He can go either way. I think he can go really big. Maybe it looks bluffy, or he can go super small, having the benefit of seeing Renee's cards. He might call a tiny bet of, what, 300,000?
Yeah, I was thinking around 300,000. I think Tony's going to be targeting some ace highs with the way that Renee's played. Looks like he bet 7. Yep.
That's neither. That's not either one of the ones I said. I said big or small.
So I imagine Renee's just, there we go, yeah.
Just gets out of the way.
Yep, Tony's going to pick up a nice pot here.
Yeah. Of course, Tony doesn't know what Renee has. Maybe if he knew what he had, he might. If he said, I think he has an ace and only an ace here, maybe he would put a different amount out there.
He very well might have been charging an ace there. as well with the 700K bet, because I think Renee's range when he raises
Yeah,
pre, check,
I was thinking
bet,
so too.
check. Like if he has over pairs, he's just going to continue to bet. Even if he checks the flop to pot control some, he's going to bet. Even if it's a block bet. Like a lot of one pair hands and kind of some dodgy situations will try to block bet out of position there on the river. So when he checks, he's just got ace high, king high, I think a lot of the time.
There you go. John's got just a little over 10 big blinds. Ace 10 under the gun. Not quite strong enough for him. Austin with a
Raise
very
200,
playable hand,
62.
especially with his chip stack. He's so
Three
got a lot
fold.
of chips.
Raises it up to 200. And now this is, Austin's going to be the player I think that
6 fold, 7 fold.
a lot of people are going to kind of avoid confrontations with. At least for a little bit, because you don't want to battle with the big stack, right? Put you out and put you in a tough spot at any moment.
Call from 9. Heads up.
The min raise gets called by Martin from the big blind.
Oh boy,
they
this
both
is an
have a
action
flush
flop.
draw. But look at this top pair and a flush draw for Austin.
Check.
So being a middling stack here, I don't think Martin's going to blow this up, but Austin's going to bet a third here, I would imagine, a lot at the time. Looks like he's got about
175?
115.
Oh, 115.
So he went 25%. He's got a monster on this flop, and now Martin's getting an amazing price. But because of the other stacks at the table, I think he's just always going to call here. Try to hit what he thinks is his outs, a spade. But in this situation, it's just it's going to be tough to see it come.
Would be cooler if it does come. Now Austin's open-ended. Could his hand get any better?
So Martin has 1.9 mil behind. We got 700K in the middle. So Austin is going to likely, I think, bet here and look to set up a jam on the river.
There it is. 250.
Oh, very interesting here. Martin is going to go with the block bet, about a third of the pot. He's going to try to get to his spade on the river for his price.
He's setting the price.
I like it. I like it. Because you just hate checking and facing a huge bet on this turn, right?
And a call.
Austin's going to make the call. Now, Martin has about 1.4 million behind. The pot is 1.23, and the flush comes in on the river route.
That's the... Yeah, flush is there. Martin hits his card. However, it also pairs the board. But he's not really going to be concerned with of any full houses.
Martin's not going to
No
have any full
combos.
houses here. He would have raised two pair and sets on the flop. Mostly sets, obviously, would be going to be what makes it a boat here. But now Austin has bet and then just called. He could definitely still have two pair that filled up on this river. Martin goes with 600, and Austin snap calls.
Austin just makes the call.
Probably because the board paired there.
Yep. Slowed him down.
And wow, that's a massive pot for our already huge chip leader. Martin could have lost more, but still has 10 big blinds, is now our short stack, but plenty of chips to maneuver the final table still.
Interesting call. What do you think about just Austin's call there at the end?
Well, when the board pairs and you have 10 high flush, it's like we raise it and get called by what worse hands in that situation, especially in a spot where Martin is just going to be playing tight to a raise. There's really just no value, and I think Austin, being the experienced tournament player that he is, he just knows the spot so well. It's a snap call. Some of us, we got to process a little bit more because you
Right.
think you made the flush. Man, should I be raising, trying to get more? He doesn't have much behind. But the board paired, what worse flushes are calling you? It's I think it's a very good just call.
3 folds.
Yeah, well said.
4 folds. 5 folds.
What's up there, Nick in the chat, tuning in on YouTube. Nick Michael Gonzalo, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you're having a good Tuesday night. Hope you had a good Labor Day. Thanks for joining us for this 250K Rounders Cup 7 final table. My name is Drew, and Mr. Rude, a.k.a. Rudy.
I'm here, right in this chair.
Whoa, look at this.
Right in your
Rude.
ear. Oh, look at this.
Oh. There will be blood. We have a 9 blind stack, a 13 blind stack with the ace king, and Tony has the ace 6 of hearts, open hijack for a little over the minimum.
Martin with a very good ace, suited. We know what John's going to do.
All in.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They call him Alvy. Coach
All
Alvarez.
in.
He's all in as
This
well.
is a great spot for him.
Easy fold for Tony. We got our first big confrontation at this final table, ace queen of clubs versus ace king suited. Rude, they call this a cooler.
Man, I'll tell you, and Martin was strong. He had pretty good chips. He just got a couple playable hands, came out on the wrong end of it,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
and
You made a flush with it, too.
it's a really good situation for John.
John does cover Martin. We're going to the flop.
Oh,
Ooh,
my
that is
goodness.
a sweaty one.
That's a open ender for Martin.
Wow.
Oh, that's the Broadway for man. So Martin hits his card, however, it makes Broadway. Oh, look at that. They both have it
Jeez.
straight.
Well,
Man, that's a cooler.
man, you know, Martin, such a good energy, man. I was really, you know, rooting for him to
Yeah.
make a bit of a run here at the final table. But GG's, we had 715 entrants. Martin is going to finish in 9th for 4,400.
Pay out. Martin, he's coming right there.
You're lucky you did that. I would have won that.
Wow. Wow, so look at this. So Martin, yeah, like you said, 715 players later,
Even when you double up.
and man, you run into this situation. This is what makes tournaments so brutal,
Yeah.
you know?
You know what, though? There is a little bit of peace at the end of the day for Martin. He had 10 big blinds. He got ace-queen suited. He was facing a late position open. What are you going to do? You're going to put it in.
Yeah, it's not a mistake. It's just a cooler. There's Justin.
Raise.
We got our
Ace
first
four.
sweat at the first sweat at him giving some of that cash behind his stack out.
6, 7 fold.
For those of you who don't know, that cash behind Justin Jones' stack,
8 fold.
every time he wins a pot, he's going to give a $5 tip to the dealers. Every time he wins an all-in, he's going to give a $20 tip to the dealer. He brought $500. If he wins, whatever is left over, he is also going to give to the
So
dealers.
you're saying that cash is in play, but only for the dealers.
Correct. Yep, yep. Oh, look,
Yeah, you got it.
that's $5 going in.
Justin's taking care of his ante, taking care of his big blind.
Oh, he might be in the zone. He might have forgot. Okay, we're going to have to mark it up here. That's what he brought the cash in for today.
he
everyone. There he
remembered.
goes. There he goes. All right.
Paper plays.
Yep. That's cool, though, Rude, huh? That
I like
Justin
it,
wanted to do
yeah.
something like that.
That's nice of him.
Yeah.
It's like bribery, I think.
3 fold.
Of course. How do you think you get anywhere in life?
Very true, very true.
6 is for Matt.
Raise 250. Seat
Yeah,
5.
Eagle got him.
6, 7 fold. Trade. 8 fold. 1 fold. 2 fold.
He busted up. He started.
What's up there, El Nino? I see you in the YouTube chat.
El Nino. And Lee Thibodeau. Yes, Martin is a solid player. He has recently departed the table, however. Great run.
What's up there, Dystroika? Good to see you hanging out with us over on Twitch.
Figure whatever's left on the table is the bounty.
Oh, no. It goes to the dealer after I win it all.
Don't make it tense.
Like that.
Counterbalanced.
In fact, if you bust me, you have to match this and give it to the deal. That's a good deal, right? Dude, you're okay with that, right?
You're just stroking right now.
Dude, you're okay with it, right? If they bust me, they have to match it and give it to you,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
I'll be
But
sad.
they're in play, so
Five
I
fold.
come this way.
6, 7 fold.
Gives them incentive
I give
to
him
bust
a
you.
walk.
That's okay.
Before the dealer
It gives y'all
changes.
incentive not to bust me.
Before the dealer changes.
Austin on the button with a suited ace. This is going to look suspicious to the table.
Raise. 250.
We're about to see if Justin has any side bets playing Jack 4 offsuit here.
Are you here to collect?
Nope.
Fold. You here to collect?
Renee is primarily a cash player. He doesn't play a lot of tournaments, hardly any at all. I think this might be like the second time in 5 years that I've seen him play a tournament.
Not a bad record then. He just gets to the final table.
Yeah, he makes it.
Yeah, small one.
Super sizing.
Got pace myself.
250.
I hear that was the only issue I've been trying to be responsible. I think I was telling you this the other day. Drinking so much water that now when I try to drink beer during the tournament, it's like, yeah, I gotta go pee. But this is terrible.
Paired board, and look at this. This is where cash game calling range pays off here.
Looks like he's going with this lead, and he's going to save Austin some money. If he would have checked there, he could have definitely extracted a little bit more value. He's also got the Jack of Clubs here too, so some of the draws that he might be concerned about are not going to be as present.
So, a situation like that, you're the pre-flop aggressor, and the board is paired, and then the guy who just calls leads out into you. It's a bit confusing, isn't it?
It definitely feels a little disrespectful, but I do think confusing is quite fair because you don't see it a lot, especially once you kind of get out of the intro level poker. You might see that a little bit more, people leading out with top pairs to protect their hands and whatnot, but
Raise 2 1/4.
I would have assumed in this situation
7 and 8
to
fold.
see a check to the aggressive big stack, assumed to be aggressive big stack, try to extract some value.
1 fold. 2 fold.
But yeah, Austin had ace deuce of diamonds, so he only had ace high. He didn't have any backdoor
Yeah.
draws. Easy decision versus the
Starting
lead.
here pretty soon.
The thing is, he likely would have
Unless somebody else
may put a
wants
C-bet out there, though.
I think
Someone
so.
requested it, then I
You've
don't.
got a 9 in your hand and flop trips.
Jack, no rush. No rush.
Could be a missed opportunity to get some
Yeah.
chips that you can count on
Yep.
in a safe spot. This is what the scorecard looks like so far. Martina's been knocked out.
You will take it right now.
Andrew yet to play a hand.
Yeah, so going without
Gonna
you.
happen soon though.
Right. How secure is the...
Hey, I'll
There
bet
it is.
I'll bet it's going to happen real soon.
I think it might happen right now. Pocket queens, why not? Starts the hand with about 15 big blinds.
All in.
He's gonna push it in. He doesn't want to deal with the players behind. Having to raise, maybe seeing an ace or king in the flop, he decided, I'm just gonna put it in, Rube. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's fine. 15 bigs, anywhere between 20 on down. I think, recently people don't necessarily shove with 20 big blinds like they used to, 15 bigs. But this is kind of on the edge.
6 folds.
He's under the gun too, so
Yep. Tony made a pretty quick decision with the ace-10 of clubs there. It looked like as soon
under
as
the
he,
gun.
yeah, versus under the gun, even in the big blind versus a 15 blind jam, because I think we can also assume that we're going to see some 7s, 8s, and 9s that are getting jammed there. So ace-10 suited might be flipping versus some hands. Maybe king-queen suited is
No, it's
jamming
happening
under the
with
gun by some players. But Tony
He started
makes a
his
good fold
run
there.
by...
Ace-10 of clubs. Probably don't need to
I
take
won't
that spot.
gamble.
You're middling stack.
Got
You just want a big,
jams.
yeah.
a big pot. How wide
forgetting his name.
in this final
sir,
table
and he
situation
called and he goes,
is
'cause
under
he
the
just
gun
didn't want to
actually
be
jamming
short.
when he hasn't played a
And
hand
Shorty
yet.
Right, yeah,
jumped in with
possibly
aces,
he's
and he followed up
flipping,
with 10,
he's
7
thin, he
diamonds.
can
Like,
also very likely be dominated.
yeah, they need to do it. And then he had just over a blind and a half. He had like a blind and a half and then spun it. Beautiful.
Yeah. Impressive to watch.
One fold.
Part of the champ.
Two folds.
I'm still gonna blame the guy
I
that.
played a pretty good amount of poker
Yeah,
you
with
folded
every
for
single
50
player at
times.
this table except for
Oh, yeah.
Andrew
60K big
Dion.
blind.
That's the line I wanted to see.
All he had to do was have.
7.
7, yeah.
I'm
7
glad.
player.
Ready? 250.
I mean, with all due respect.
With all due
Yep, I
respect.
played quite a bit with a few of these players, and I've also commentated on a couple final tables. Tony, this might be his 3rd final table since I've been here in San Antonio.
Lance called from the small, and then as soon as he realized what he did, he thought about it. And everybody looked at him.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares?
The guy, but everybody looked at him and he goes, "Oh, I had to go to the bathroom," and he stood up and went to the bathroom.
We're like,
There were,
I just,
and it was a board that was like 8, 6, 3, 4,
Small.
10 or something.
So you had to play that.
Maybe I got the other day.
yeah, don't care one. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Did he say that this
fair.
player just gets up in the middle of the hand and he had to go to the bathroom?
I think so. I wonder if he's talking about something that happened yesterday leading up to the
Final
final
table?
table.
Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy.
folded his hand and gave the guy the main pot because he won the side pot. So he folded his hand.
One fold.
The guy spun the $25 up for $3 grand.
Wow.
Two folds.
It's a beautiful game.
Come on, Hammer. Come on.
There's Vu, one
Three
of our
folds.
frequent final tablers as well.
4 folds.
He tried to bluff me in a nice spot the other day as I was on my way to stone bubbling the day 2 of this tournament.
I saw JJ stood like
Those
1.1
are good
million
player.
and 1.5 million.
I took one earlier.
Lance got another nice one.
Oh yeah.
Pocket 9s.
Oh, that was alright.
Andrew with the
shoves.
ace-4, jams
Ace
small
4.
one.
Face up.
And Lance has not snap called yet.
Lance
Lance wants to get a
has
count.
yeah, Lance has Andrew covered. This is blind on blind action, right? Violence.
Yep, folds the small line. There we
635 and
go.
a call.
He likes the number, makes the call.
All right. Andrew is a
2
bit
to
of a
1.
dog here.
Yeah.
Yep. He's going to need an ace. Or a couple of cards to help out here. 9's in the lead. Pretty big pot. 3.3 mil at the 100K big blind.
Ace and a 4 connect, he could make a wheel.
Ooh. 4 on the flop. 9's still in the lead.
Two, 3, 5 outs. 2 pair for Lance, and that's going to eliminate Andrew from the final table. Andrew will go out in
GG's.
8th.
Nice run there, Andrew. Nice hand, Lance.
Yep.
Picks up a very, very big pot there.
So Andrew's going to pick up $6,200 for his efforts.
Not too bad, not too bad. Everybody has now locked up in $8,200 cash.
to have to come all the way over. I was just like, I'll just meet him halfway.
Lance moves up. Now has almost 5 million, so he's in 2nd place.
Great deal for me.
That makes Matthew seat 5 our short stack. This tournament's moving right along, isn't it?
Yeah. Some nice action early, especially for considering how deep everyone is. Perhaps because this is a bit bigger of an average stack than we've seen in some past final table streams, people are less feeling like waiting around and they're going to battle a little bit more.
Hey,
And Austin, by the way, I want to make note, Austin just folded 8-9 suited under the gun.
5. Call from 6.
See, that's what I was talking about, dude. That's what I was talking about.
Tony getting tricky here, Rude. Flatten the queens to the King 9 open.
8 folds.
Yeah, he's looking at 4-bet shove. He's hoping somebody will Nope. It looks like it's just going to be heads up. Matthew does have the pre-flop aggression. Safe flop for the queens, huh?
Very safe flop. Let's see how Matthew wants to proceed. Now, he's got the check.
200. C7.
He just
Let me see six.
flicks out a couple of chips. Just a $200,000. Hey, let's end this pot. Let me have this pot since you checked. That's what that looks like. But we
Yep.
know he actually has, a monster under there.
Yep. And you wouldn't have known because he did not 3-bet pre-flop. Very sneaky. He's going to pick up the pot.
Tricky.
He also gets to see a flop for cheap. Maybe see if he can dodge an ace-king, maybe an ace-king flop. And then, like you said earlier, perhaps he flats there to try to trap a couple of stacks behind to go for a squeeze. Hello there, Robert Kerr. I see you in the chat. How's it going tonight, buddy?
Rob Kerr. I know Rob Kerr. What's up, buddy?
Three folds. Four folds. Five folds. Six folds. 8 raises 200. One fold.
Austin thinking about defending the 6 deuce suited here versus Lance's button open. And he is going to defend it via 3-bet, it looks like.
625. And a fold.
Very nice.
Lance spends most of his time at Rounders playing 5-card poker. He's got the Big O game going. But he's very well versed in Hold'em and Omaha as well.
Yeah, I played with Lance. Lance plays a lot of cash games primarily.
Yep. Well,
Yep.
he's got a lot of big record. He's got a lot of cashes in tournaments. Back when he lived in California, I believe.
Fold. Fold. Six folds.
If I have to give it in order, I'd say Lance, Allen, Jacob. You're first. Say, who wants to win? You're first, I said.
Finally get the button. The button finally comes around to you, and they give you 7 deuce.
I know. It was suited, though.
Yeah, it was suited.
If this wasn't a final table, he might have opened it here in Texas.
He might have.
All right, so Austin raises the small blind with the 8-6 off. JJ is a middling stack, but he's got a pretty strong hand for the situation, so he's going to go to the flop. I think we're going to see Austin continue here a bit. A lot of the time it's going to be a small sizing, probably around 200K.
325.
325, Rude, so he goes about half pot. Now, typically I think with the ace-8, we call in position here a good bit, thinking we have the best hand. Could be different on the final table, but JJ thinks he still has the best hand. He's going to make the call. He does indeed.
Kind of a meaty flop bet.
See if he uses this card to continue bluffing.
650.
Austin does, and he's going to take it down there.
Players next to your blind are 50,000, 120,000.
Good fold by JJ, even though we did have the best hand. Austin just knows he can continue to apply pressure, use that card to get folds.
Hey, Justin, we can see his furrowed brow. He's really thinking about it right there. He knows it's probably, you know, he made a tough decision to fold, but I think he thinks it's likely he had the best hand.
For sure. It's tough because it just...
But you need chips.
Yeah, what are you going to do? It's just how these final table situations are going to go. Good players got all the chips. Going to put you in some tough spots.
You won it all in, Lance. You won it all in, Lance.
That's got a decent hand, but he is under the gun.
5 fold.
He flopped a 4.
What's up there, LA Electro Man? Hanging out on Twitch. Good to see you tonight, buddy. Also, I see a Hannah in our YouTube chat.
Hannah Jolie.
Letting us know that Noodles is being a good boy.
Thanks for checking in, Hannah. Noodles got a dub.
you know what that means?
I don't. A dub.
A double, a pee and a poop.
Well, thanks, Hannah. Keep us posted.
Yeah. Ooh, Justin's all in with pocket sixes here. Austin raised it up from the button with the king 10 of hearts. JJ jams the small blind.
Renee folds an ace. Austin wants to know the price.
Yep. JJ's got a little over 20 blinds.
You got Austin talking.
25 to 85. Yes, sir.
$20. $20 going to the dealers.
Now he folds, yep.
Got one through.
He did win an all-in. That is correct.
That's the $20 bill for the guys in the box.
That's funny.
There you go, Deuce. Yeah, so Drew, you're mentioning Lance is primarily a cash game player. He does jump into some of the bigger tournaments that we have here, but I just checked his Endemol. He's got over 1.5 million in tournament earnings.
Nice.
So he's been around for a while.
It looks like
Probably
we have Lance's son in the chat. Says Lance is my dad. I'm not sure if he's being serious.
Oh, okay.
But maybe he is, you know.
The ultimate candy cane Doge.
Ray,
Oh, Landon. He says his name is Landon Allred. Yeah, I think I went to a Super Bowl party and Dad and son were there. So I don't know if Landon was the kid that I met. Could be. Could have a brother. In any case, what's up, Landon? Thanks for stopping in.
Three folds. 4 folds.
Jack 10 offsuit from the big blind for Matthew, facing an under the gun raise.
Tony made it about 3 times the big blind here under the gun, it looks like. No, it looks like actually he made it 250. We might have an error on the graphics.
Oh,
there.
I see. It does look like 250.
Call.
Yeah, so just a little bit of an error on the graphics.
Drew, look at the sizing. Look at this call here. Matthew leaves himself with $1 million behind. Flops top pair, so it looks like it's gonna. Very interesting. Tony flops a set.
Check.
It's a wet board and he checks behind.
So he's trying to extract some value. Unfortunately for him, the turn's going to slow down Matthew. Though with his hand, he will likely call a bet.
150 into
150 into 620.
6. Oh no, it was actually 820. Oh, okay, you're right because we had it wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then so Matthew actually has 1.1 million here.
Call.
We'll get the stacks sorted out then. But we're going to the river for now.
10 would be a trouble card for both players.
Check.
Matthew just trying to get the showdown, but Tony won't let him. Drew, do you have any thoughts on that check, that flop check by Tony in position? He flops a set of sevens, 8-7 jack, 2 spades. Pretty wet board.
I can understand why someone would check to back that flop, and we also saw him check back another spot when he was being a bit tricky earlier, or just calling pre with the queens.
Is he being tricky, or is he trying to avoid getting blasted off of the hand with the check raise?
I think that there has to be at least a percentage of pot control going into the decision to just call in these spots or to just check back that set. He might also think that when he checks back flop, maybe a lot of players are blasting off on the turn. Maybe it's some sort of population tendency that Tony has picked up here at Rounders. Because, again, I think this is his 3rd final table in the last year that I've seen in one of our big events.
He's logged a lot of tournament hours in this room for sure. And we see Austin waking up with a monster. 2 kings, 1 red, 1 black.
And JJ's got a real hand behind there with the ace-10 off.
I mean, even somebody you know, they recognize.
This is a difficult spot for JJ. He knows Austin. I think I keep saying it. I feel like I keep saying it. Austin is going to be pretty active. We're expecting him to be really active with his chip stack. But he's been getting some cards, too. Ace-10 is a good hand, especially in position. What are the chances he 3-bets here?
I think they are decent, especially assuming that Austin's going to be opening a bit wider. He's got a nice hand. Maybe he could apply some pressure, pick up a pot, but he decides to just let it go. Definitely a marginal spot overall.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't like calling it. I think I like 3-betting it or just folding like JJ did.
It's a good thing it was just ace-10 offsuit. Had it been ace-jack suited or ace-queen, we might have seen a 3-bet.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Alrighty.
Alvy in there, 10-9 suited, under the gun. This is a spot that we saw Austin pitch the cards.
2
A
folds.
similar hand.
3 folds. 4 folds. 5 folds. 6 folds.
Lance has an ace. Ace-8 offsuit.
Call.
He'll make the call. 620 in the middle.
Check.
John jumps into the lead.
175.
Looks like he's going to go about a third or so of the pot. Lance has a decent stack. If he thinks he might still be good here, he could do some floating.
Fold.
What do you think Lance's favorite NFL football team is, Rude?
I'll tell you what. He must love the Cowboys because it's not cold in here today. He's repping the boys.
No, we'll just do it on the level changes.
It's a nice hoodie. I kind of like that.
Yeah. I got no qualms with either the hoodie or the team. Or Lance, for that matter.
They move it. Breaks an hour.
Michael Zamaripa asking how long this tournament has been running. Well, this is, we had multiple day ones, 10 flights of day one. Day 2 was yesterday, and then the final table is today. As far as the final table goes, we started, I'd say just about an hour ago. We've already lost 2 players.
4 folds, 5 folds, 6 folds, 8 folds. 1 fold.
JD's in the chat. JD was in the commentary booth with me last week, and we had a couple little prop bets going.
How'd it go? Did you make some money, Rude?
Well, it looks like I've won another whiskey prop bet. I don't remember what the what the bet was. That he's an upstanding man. So I guess he owes me a whiskey. I don't remember what I won.
You must have been winning a lot then, Rude.
Remind me, what was it,
You might have
JD?
had a handful of whiskeys. Couldn't remember.
We had some bets on the knit game. You guys, I think you were on the table that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple of the orange green tea shots that night. Just enough to get me playing the 10 deuce off in a saucy way, right?
Well, you were fun. You came out with a mission, or you definitely set the tone. You wanted to get out there and play a lot of hands and make for some good content and entertainment for us. And how did you end up?
I ended up being down maybe 700 or 800 that night.
Okay.
But it could have been worse. I battled back a little bit.
Okay, Austin and Renee heads up to the flop.
Renee raised in early position. Austin defended big blind. Flops a gut shot in the backdoor flush draw with 1 over. Renee checking back. Austin looking at his chips. I think when Renee checks back here, he's going to have ace high, king high. Austin knows he can apply a lot of pressure.
250.
Renee just not enough of anything. There's just no way he can go forward on this.
Yeah.
Nothing to draw to, and there's not even no sense in bluffing, right?
Yeah, no, he's just posturing here a little bit. And this is just the challenge when you check back versus a chip leader. Now, granted, ooh, he's got
Having
devious
said that-
intentions. Hold on.
Okay. Austin hits the 10 and checks it.
Now, let's see here, Rude. We got 1.1 million in the middle. Renee did not call turn to check 6 high on this river. Am I right?
He's not going to win by showdown, by showing his cards down.
Renee has 2.3. He bets 350. He bets so
Snap
small.
call.
10x is snap calling there. Jack X is snap calling. 8x might even snap call at that sizing. So at the 350K bet sizing, maybe Renee gets some ace highs and king highs to fold. That maybe bet turn. So there is some function to that smaller bet, but all the made hands are just going to be making calls.
With that particular run out, I don't think that Austin is going to fold to, I mean, even an all in. It'd have to be a very, very meaty bet. And even then.
Play could have worked if Austin didn't hit his 10.
Right.
Play for sure would have worked, I think. Ace, king, whatever he bets.
Almost anything else.
Yeah.
So 9, no 10.
Unfortunate for Renee in that devious intentions moment.
4 folds. 5 folds.
It was an economically efficient bluff attempt.
8 folds.
I see El Nino in the chat wants to know any other tourneys that we might want to go play at Rounders tonight. So you still have, if you're in the San Antonio area, you still have 1 hour to register the 15K Tsunami. It's 160 buy-in. It is a new event that is part of a new tournament schedule that Rounders is going to be rolling out here. So Tuesday we have this 15K guaranteed, and then Wednesday, tomorrow, we actually have a 20K mystery bounty. It is a $160 buy-in, and then Thursday we have a new PLO 50, 2,500 guaranteed, $50 buy-in, And then Friday, another mystery bounty. 20K guaranteed. Free roll, though. All you got to do is pay the $25 access.
Yep.
So, yeah, come on down tonight. Hour left in the new 15K guaranteed. It'll count towards your Hendon mob. And I think it's going to be a juicy prize pool.
Another paired board. Jack, Jack 5.
Big turn
Oh my
for
gosh.
Justin. Now he has the ultra confidence to continue here. How does he extract value?
You know, I think it's got to be small.
He might even check. Try to let his opponent catch up a little bit. There are a bunch of draws out there. He doesn't have to worry too much about betting this turn to get max value out of a jack with his stack.
That's 300 into the 1.1 million.
About 25%.
There's a min click. 700,000 Austin comes back with. Austin's asking a question. Do you have any of that, Justin, or are you drawing?
Very, very interesting. I think Justin's play here is just going to be to call, and since he's in position, he can allow Austin to continue with some bluffs. Let's see what he decides to do.
Jams. Austin takes one last peek at his 5. Lets it go.
So Justin there just trying to get max value from whenever Austin has a jack.
Yep. Just has a random jack.
Because we're not afraid of the draws there.
Right.
The 2 flush draws that are there, the straight draws, we're not afraid of any of that.
I feel like, tell me what you think about this thought process. There are more draws in Austin's hand than there are jacks.
I think so, yeah.
It's more likely that he's going to be on a draw than have a jack in his hand and have trips. So maybe we just call in that spot.
I
Give
think
him an opportunity to hit one of his draws, which, you know, he happened to not have, but he most likely does.
Yep. I agree with your assessment. I think Austin is going to continue to fire his Jack X a lot of the time, especially given how aggressive he's been. Just even thinking about the hand that he double-barreled versus JJ earlier, where he just had a gut shot and there was a scare card on the turn. So if he's going to be firing bluffs and playing aggressive like he has so far, then he's likely going to just continue to play his value the same way and try to stack people when he has a jack there. Renee's got a big hand. He wakes up with aces.
3-fold.
Facing a raise.
John raised from the cutoff.
Raise.
Living dangerously, raising past the chip leader. With 7-4 diamonds. I like this hand. I like to raise this hand too. I don't know if I would here, Rude, but I like raising this hand.
He's got Renee covered. He wants to see a flop.
John is like, I did not raise this 7-4 diamonds to fold it for another 300. He does cover Renee. Not a bad flop for 7-4 diamonds. Pair, backdoor straight draws, flush draws, but also a really nice board for aces. Let's see what sizing it goes with, if he does decide to continue. I had a feeling, Rude. I had a feeling, man.
I don't know.
Check, check. 7-4 diamonds, loves checking here, getting to see a free turn card.
I gotta say, so far Renee has done opposite. Every time he's made a decision.
1.3 in the middle. Looks like he's going with about 6.
And I don't mean wrong. It's just kind of something you don't expect.
Right, yeah. John looking at his chip stack. Not ready to fold. Yeah, he's all in.
Shoot.
He's putting the pressure on. Snap call from Renee. Renee with the aces and John with the 7-4. John's going to need a 7, a 4, or a 5 to take away this pot and knock out Renee.
John kind of stepped in it here, didn't he? It's a 4-1 dog. But he does cover.
I love John's aggression, though. People going for it here, playing
Tough,
the 7-4.
man.
He's in the
He's a tough guy to
streets.
play against. Oof.
Oh, that was
close.
scary. Scary for Renee.
4, 5, or 7 is a win, and he hits a 6.
Right around there. Just like me when I play roulette, Rudy. It's always just one off. You know, one to the side, one below.
Right.
I don't know who's teaching you.
Awesome hand there for Renee. Going to be stacking up to 3.9 million in chips.
How do you came to your class?
Where does that put him now, Rude? Middle of the pack?
In the math.
Right in
32
the middle.
bucks.
He's in 4th place right now. Just behind JJ. Well, really, for all intents and purposes, Lance, JJ, and Renee are all pretty much tied.
Yep, and we got 2 short stacks. We
Second
got
through
Matthew
fourth.
and John sitting on 6 big blinds.
I put you on the set, Obi. Well, try to represent a good hand. I would have done the same with the set, obviously. Literally, I didn't think he had ace.
Lance has a pretty one here.
I can
King
get
and
him
queen
off
of
the ace,
diamonds.
he can get the eight, I can get him off. Ace king, obviously.
Royal flush draw.
And I had out.
Raise.
He called.
250, CD.
That's 20.
Yeah, I wasn't worried on the river.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
40% of a royal flush is in Lance's hand.
That's funny. John was just talking about why he jammed the turn. He's like, I can get him to, with the 4-7 of diamonds, says I can get him to fold ace king. And, you know, some other hands. He's like, if he calls me, I got outs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call from 3.
And he covers it.
Yep, and he covers it.
It's pretty important.
Justin's going to have a peek here with the pocket 4s on the button, makes the call.
Call from 4.
Renee with newfound chips. He'll make the call from the small blind, and Matthew folds for the big blind. So 3 ways to the flop, just under a milli in the pot. Queen 8-4. A little bit of this and that for everybody. Justin smashes it.
Renee might lead here. We saw him do that lead earlier. He does not. Lance with the top pair, but JJ with bottom set. And JJ and Renee are 2 of our middling stacks. We have like a 4-way tie for second with these 3 million-ish chip stacks. Lance is going to bet about a quarter pot. Now this is an interesting spot for JJ. I wonder what he's going to go with. It's not that wet of a board.
Call.
He does decide to just call. By calling 2, he does allow Renee to get involved. But I do like taking on this risk here to try to win a bigger pot. Ooh, Renee's getting saucy with the newfound chips. Rude. He makes it 700K from the small blind.
Oh my gosh, he's really...
Jeez, I don't even know how this is going to go down because Lance has top pair, backdoor flush draw. Very strong hand. But also a very strong line from Renee out of the small blind into 2 other players. Lance is giving fold vibes here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a awesome fold by Lance there. That's tough.
Yeah, he kind of let him off the hook.
Now JJ has to decide if Renee has any bluffs here, or is Renee just raising 2 pair. And then he might want to get it in like he did versus Austin. But here he just calls.
Bottom set for JJ.
2.6 million in the middle. Renee's
Per-
got 2.9 behind.
Pretty much a big blank there on the turn. 3 of hearts.
Agreed.
If Renee is saying he has the best hand, that 3 did nothing to change his status.
Looks like he's going for it. That might be
That's a million.
1.1 mil.
900.
900.
Okay.
Leaving himself 2 million behind. This pot is juicy right now. I think if Justin just calls flop, I think he's going to be just calling to start a bit. The majority of the time.
Yeah, it's a
I would
blank.
assume.
Their chip stacks are so close, Drew.
Yeah,
He might decide to just jam right here. He's got,
All in.
yeah.
he goes all in. He's going to lose him. I think he's going to lose him, Root. I've been
Yeah.
wrong before, though. At this point, JJ has decided that Renee's taking a very strong line, and he thinks he can call the all-in.
I think the all-in does kind of let Renee off the hook. Look, I mean, you know, Lance was a pre-flop raiser. Justin calls. And then Lance let out on the flop. Justin calls. And then Justin called Renee's raise.
Yeah, I would be...
He's not on a draw. Justin's not drawing.
Yep. I would be just calling here, but I can definitely see how Justin is interpreting Renee's line as very strong. And he doesn't want the river to get dicey or lose his customer here. In the event he does have like a Queen X type of hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Renee has no decision here.
It looks like he's in the tank a bit. He's trying to decide, okay, does JJ maybe have 9-10 of hearts or Jack 10 of hearts?
Okay, you're right. I shouldn't say he has no decision. He could, if anybody has a draw, it would be Justin, right?
And Justin did just call flop, so he could still have some like 9-10 of hearts, Jack 10 of hearts.
Yeah.
I think is reasonable. So
Yeah,
as far as maybe some bluffs that Renee potentially is putting him on, there's a couple there.
With as much time as he's taking with this hand, I'm pretty certain he would call with any queen. Queen Jack, Queen 10,
Yep.
you know, he's going to call.
I think so.
Very good, that guy's blinded.
JJ picks up another big pot now. He's sitting on 6.7 million in chips. And I think that's going to propel him into second in chips.
Yeah, let's take a look at the leaderboard here.
Yep. Second in chips, 55 blinds. Great spot here for Justin Jones. Austin still with a dominating chip lead, sitting on 13 million chips, which is good for 105 blinds. Everyone has locked up 8.8K at this point, everyone. And they're playing for the top prize, $44,000, plus their name engraved on the Rounders Cup.
And John and Matt are really in the danger zone here. This is the red zone for you. You got 5 and 6 big blinds. When you jam, you're very likely going to get called by whoever's in the blind, a
Yep.
big blind.
Not my favorite spot, 5-6 blinds. Just hope to find a good one and stick it in and pray to the poker gods.
I can't do anything else.
Hello there, Jamaica Free. Thanks for hanging out with us. Good luck to you tonight as well.
It felt very steady.
Raise.
Austin's got a nice one here. He's going to raise up the ace-6 clubs.
4-5 fold.
Yeah.
6 fold.
A lot of easy folds for everyone behind. Thanks again for hanging out tonight, everyone. My name is Bet on Drew with my man Rude. Rudy from San Antonio, Texas at Rounders Card Club. It is Tuesday night, and this is the final table of our 250,000 guaranteed Rounders Cup, the 7th edition. We've also got some new tournaments that are going to be populating up on our schedule. If you're in the area or traveling, check out rounderscardclub.com to see all the events that we have coming up. Plus, Rude, in November, the South Texas Poker Championships are coming back.
Coming back, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh my God, that was a big party we had, a month-long party.
Yeah, that was fun. So big series coming up in November. Mark your calendars. And make sure you're following the Rounders social medias. We'll keep you in the loop so you don't miss anything.
Drew, you got some of your people coming back to?
It's going to be a party in November. I promise you.
Nice.
It will. It will.
Love it. Good people.
We're going to have some big streams, a lot of final table streams, some big cash game streams, people coming from all over the world to play in the South Texas Poker Championship. Yep. We got the Texas wooden trophies coming back. Everybody said they love those.
Those are awesome.
What
did we give away, like 20 trophies? It was a bunch.
Last year we gave away, I believe there was 9 events. This year we are going to have 15 events that are giving away the, I'm going to call them the coveted South Texas trophies. They are. It's a sick trophy. I'll be playing all the events and just, man, trying my hardest to get one. I want one really bad.
Is that like 20 per player?
You don't want to just find out where they order them from and then just make your own. So, you know, best streamer, best commentary duo by a duo.
I know, we got to
give each other.
We'll figure it out.
Those are awesome tournaments. I mean, trophies rather.
Yeah.
5 folds. 6 folds.
So yes, if you are enjoying this stream tonight, please do us a favor. If you're on YouTube, can you go ahead and smash that like button? We would really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We got some cool upgrades coming in the near future for you.
Speaking of upgrades, John has an upgrade with his hand here. King, Queen, he's all in. King, Queen suited. Renee is calling with 5 high.
No, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, we've got a little misclick or sensor.
Yep, the graphics here.
Okay.
So read the wrong hand, but Renee called with Ace 10, not the 5 deuce.
Oh, gut shot for Renee. Still not out of the. What am I saying? I'm still looking at the graphics. All right, King, pair of kings for John. Sit back down, John.
There we go. He's done it. Nice hand, John. Understandable call with the ace 10 in the big blind, or in the hijack there to the 5 blinds. So Renee's going to be left with about 1.7 million in chips. Still a nice stack to battle with.
Timely double up for John there.
Matthew says it's his turn. He's got 4 blinds now. He's going to be looking to get it in soon.
Sure hate to get down to 4 big blinds, but sometimes it's, you know, it's inevitable. It just happens.
But there you go. Top payout, everyone. $44,000 in Rounders Cup 7. 30K for second, 20K for third, 15, 12, 10, and then everyone. Oh, I misspoke earlier. I said 8,800. I'm sorry. It's 8,200. Everyone has locked up at this point.
No, I heard you say that. I was fucking. I didn't think JJ answered you.
$2,000 pay jumps for the first 4 spots.
So far, of course, as we discussed earlier and expected, Rude, Austin.
Yep.
Leading the VPIP, which is voluntarily put chips in the pot at 42%. Then we have everybody else kind of forced around a very normal, kind of average playing percent, playing about 21% of hands for Justin, Renee, Tony, and Lance, all in the same range.
Can you pause the clock? We have an issue back.
And then we got John here, picking his spots for sure. The VPIP will go up.
Seems like he's been a little bit more active than what it shows there. but he's been doing some calling.
Yep, 100%.
Wow, that's a bad beat.
And we are just getting some chip counts updated after that hand that was misread. But you can see here, since coming to the final table, Justin Jones is up 3.8 million in chips.
Biggest mover.
Biggest mover. We got Austin, chip leader,
That was
up 1.9 million in chips. And then Tony up 865K. And then everyone else is still looking to build back their stack here. All right, so it looks like we are back to the action very shortly.
Oh, they're undoing that last hand and want to get everything right.
Yeah, they had to fix a couple things. It looks like we're all good now.
Had him eliminated. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
Wow. Had you eliminated?
No respect.
Three,
They just
four,
all
fold.
behind and
They're predicting.
cut me.
5, 6, fold.
I'm good right now.
What's funny is that
Eight
last
fold.
hand that Renee called, he had ace 10. It showed that he had 5 deuce. And the very next hand, he actually did have 5 deuce.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that. That's funny.
Fold.
Unless, of course, he's going to get 5 deuce in the
Sure you
graphics
have.
every hand from here on out.
Yeah,
I doubt.
let's hope not. That
Yeah.
has happened. Jeez, that has happened. I'm having nightmares right now. What's up there, Scrubs Poker says, let's get it, JJ. We got some JJ fans in the chat. I know we got some Lance fans. I saw some Austin fans in the YouTube chat as well. Zer is the one, says solid final table. I agree. Yeah, I see about this whiskey prop bet here again, Rude.
Is it in there again? GD?
I saw that from earlier. Yeah, I'm waiting for our whiskey prop bet here.
All in.
Matthew is all in. He's found it with 4 blinds.
Okay.
Ace 5 offsuit.
8, fold. One fold. 2 folds.
We got Lance's son in the chat. This is Lance for the win.
40.
She's got 120 in there in the big blind.
640.
240 before Matthew put his chips in. He added another 640.
Call.
And the all-in has been called by Justin. Cards are on their back. Looks like Justin has pocket threes.
Yep.
So we're going to flip.
Yeah.
Matthew at risk.
2, 3, 4, 5.
2 overs for Matthew.
Clean flop for JJ. Sweaty turn.
Uh-huh. Okay, well that's going to be it for Matthew. Matthew has been eliminated.
Congratulations, Matthew. GG's. He's going to finish the
Fails.
day in 7th.
7th place for Matthew.
7th place for 8,200 bucks. And Justin's going to pick up another nice pot here. He's got some momentum.
Yeah, what is that? He picked up about 1 million chips there, I believe.
Yep, 61 blinds in a clear second place
Hey, Renee, can you
behind Austin.
count your stack for me?
And now we got a battle. The story is going to continue to unfold here with our 30 and below stacks.
John is our short stack now. He's got 11 big blinds. This is about where he started the day as far as the number of big blinds. So that's not bad. He's maintaining.
Yes, sir.
He'd rather not be the short stack, but
Yep, for sure.
From 6 and 8.
Now everybody has locked up a 5-figure score. So congratulations to our final 6.
No, this chair works.
Oh, I thought Renee folded his hand there.
I don't think he's looked yet. Okay, Justin just says, just not worth it.
Yeah.
I knew.
He sensed it.
Justin says I knew.
Six players left out of the 715 runners that started this tournament.
Did you make day 2, Rude?
I did not make day 2. I fired one bullet. I went out in 13th place, and they on one of the flights that they took 11. So I was 2 away from the bubble, or 1 away from the bubble.
Yeah.
2 away from the bag.
I feel that pain.
Blinds up next hand.
Blinds are going up next hand, everyone. I think we're going to be hitting the 150K level. It's going to shallow our stacks out a little bit. Big hand for Renee. Again, ace queen. I don't think he's looked yet. He doesn't even know. Justin's got a playable hand on the button with a big stack. But if he opens past the 10 big blind stack here, Renee might not want to be in that spot. He does want to raise it though. Makes it 250.
All in.
There he goes. Renee makes the easy all in.
12 from 6.
You're supposed to turn that ace queen back in. You work with king.
Fold.
No,
He put him on ace queen.
Yeah. He's like, yep, I got ace queen again.
I forgot to give it back.
It's actually supposed to move 1 seat over.
Oh, is that what it was supposed to?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Can't get it twice.
Give him the pot. Yeah.
BCF says, in one of my bullets, I
gave it
saw
back,
all
it would go
16
over,
combinations of Jack 4 in 8-3. Painful, painful.
I'm Lori.
Got Lori hopping in to the box now.
Lori, we're going to spin this up. You and me.
But yeah, I contributed myself to this 250K. I wanted to make day 2 as well. Maybe get to my first rounders final table on the live stream, but
That would have been great.
to no avail. Rude. I got to go back to the drawing board.
On the screen, you're cowboy.
My one and only final table of one of the big tournaments was I had a good time. Little Tony was on the final table with me, and he's the one who ended my run.
Yeah.
What did I get? I think I got 5th place.
Was that when I was here or before I got here?
It was before you got here.
Oh, okay.
Flop him up.
Hey. It's 80?
Yeah, 80, 80, 160.
Oh, 160 is the big blind now. There we go. Hand 34 of this 250K final table.
160.
Justin's got a reasonable hand in the cutoff. Queen 8 offsuit. Unfortunately, Renee has ace queen again.
Wow.
How? This is
Wow.
unreal. This is not real.
Is he turning those cards in?
I don't know. He got the ace of clubs again. Last hand he had ace queen of clubs. Can you imagine just keep looking down at the same hand? Some sort of Groundhog Day, but poker. And the blinds have gone up, so he's got the same blinds he had last hand when he went all in. Tony has king jack off, makes an easy fold. Lance has a decent hand too. Ace jack offsuit. Gonna make the fold. Nice fold there, Lance. Renee's not gonna show the ace queen, 3rd hand in a row.
Ace queen 3 feet?
Somebody said it.
Yeah. Ace queen, ace king, actually. Go ahead, Renee. You can tell him. It's all right.
I think you just got to read on JJ.
You got to be feeling that after somebody jams on you 3 times in a row. Did you hear them say?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, he's got to read on JJ.
Why are you moving it?
Closer. So you guys can cool off more.
Or he just has ace queen 3 hands in a row.
Right.
They're gonna, yeah, it'll just come. So
Austin's turn with the queen 8 off.
Super crazy.
1,
He likes it. He wants to partake, Rude.
It's been a while. He hasn't put chips in for a while.
Makes it 375. Blinds have just gone up to 160K, so the raises are going to be bigger. Sean with the 9, 10 of hearts and the big blind behind. But Lance has another decent hand. Ace 10 offsuit in the small blind. He's got 20 bigs now since the blinds have gone up.
What do you like here, Drew? You like a call? You like a 3-bet?
Oh,
it's Austin.
Yeah, aggressive opener. We have a couple of shorties. It's close. I'm probably just folding, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm just folding.
I think my first inclination would be to 3-bet it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not just saying that just because I can see that Austin had the Queen 8, just because of, you know, his nature, his chip stack. But also, you know, I mean, he's going to show up with hands sometimes.
Yep. I like the idea of 3-bet fold as well.
Those feel good, thanks, dude.
See, I think this is a hand that's going to fit Renee's eye. I think there's a chance, a good chance, more than 55%, 60%. Nope.
Oh,
okay.
you owe me
I
a
like
whiskey.
it. Okay. Wait a minute.
Chat,
You
remember
can't
I
make
said, remember that thing I said? Whiskey prop bet? No. Okay, we'll have to do another one though, Rude. We'll do another one.
Sounds good.
What's up there, Duke Judgment in the chat? Wants to know who's commentating on this here poker game.
Me and you.
Me and you? My name is Bet on Drew. You can call me Drew.
And Rude right next to him.
And
Rudy
the Rude.
here.
Rudy SATX on socials, and I'm Bet on Drew on socials. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the stream. It's always fun to see people play for big money in tournaments. $400 buy-in that drew 715 entrants. First place is $44,000.
Speaks the truth. Somebody's going to turn a $400 buy-in into $44,000.
Lance coming in with the raise with the Queen 10 off from the cutoff. Going to take it down.
Looking lovely today. Oh, did Sean post it? Oh, thanks. We did, it was nice, yeah.
If you're enjoying the stream tonight, everyone, we are going to have our next stream on Thursday. SETI's game. I believe it's going to be a 5-5 2K match the stack buy-in game. So if you like cash games, we got that too. We'll see you Thursday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check us out then.
SETI, isn't that the Poker Traveler?
The Poker Traveler, Mr. Cedric.
One and the same.
Yep, one and
My
the same.
friend, your friend.
My friend, your friend. Everyone's favorite Poker Traveler. We had a fun week last week in that cash game.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
SETI's game. I played that one. Austin raises to 375K. And Justin Jones, a.k.a. JJ, has the ace-10 offsuit. Looks like he's going for the 3-bet. I dig it. I think this is Rudy approved as well. Small blind versus the button.
Austin is a scary player. He's very well versed. But you know, you gotta punch the bullies sometimes. You gotta punch them in the nose.
Yep. Austin's got a great table presence. He's going to show the ace-8.
He says, look, I'm not raising with nothing, JJ.
Yep. I think that's the message to be communicated when you show the ace there, right? JJ's happy to take that down pre-flop, though. Good 3-bet.
And JJ resisting the, well, I don't know if he had the urge, but resisting, or deciding not to show him his hand back.
Yeah.
It looked like.
I don't think I would want to show my hand there in JJ's spot.
Yeah, keep them wondering, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's more. I think there's more value for Austin to show that he's not being as aggressive as you might think.
Well, let's talk about this for just a bit more. Look, they're discussing it right now, the two of them. Austin's in first place in chips, and Justin's in second place in chips. Do they really want to get into a battle with each other?
Good question. Yeah.
No, they don't.
That's the question.
So it's kind of like Justin. It kind of condenses Justin's range even more than Austin's. You know, we already think Austin has a wide range.
Look at this. John's all in with ace queen offsuit for 1.1 mil, less than 10 bigs.
Little Tony's got chips in his hand. He wants to know what the cost is. He's got a suited ace.
Tony would have to call off about half his stack here, but it is a late position jam from John, who we saw what he did with the 7-4 diamonds earlier. He can get saucy, so this is going to be a tough decision for Tony, especially with the suited ace-10.
I don't like it.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he says he doesn't like it. He
doesn't
calls.
like it. He is behind.
Yeah.
Thanks. See if it holds.
We got a rail forming
Yep.
here at Rounders Card Club.
People moving in.
That means you're.
They want to see. They want to see blood.
Choa wants to be at this table. I don't blame him.
You can't hit it both times.
Oh,
Diamond
look
for
at
John.
this flop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh,
that's
John's going to lock it up. Can he get the royal?
Right? Queen anyway?
Golly.
No royal. John survives another all-in. He was down to 700K after the failed bluff with the 7-4 of diamonds. And then he doubled up with the king-queen. And then now with the ace.
Yeah, I think he and Tony just flipped spots on the leaderboard.
Chip counts. Yep. Renee not the short stack, or John not the short stack anymore.
Give the people a show, right?
Let's see what magic little Tony can bring. 8 big blinds.
From what I've seen, Tony plays the short stack really well. And I think with some of the plays that we've seen him make tonight, I think that he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's not desperate. He's not in any, and he doesn't feel like he's in any danger of. He's not going to make any blunders just because he has less than 10 big blinds.
Yep. He might even just call in some situations. JJ with a nice hand here. He's going to open it up in the cutoff. And Renee somehow does not have ace-queen to jam on him this time, Rudy.
Does have 2 suited cards and position, but I think he's just kind of posturing.
Tony quickly folds the deuces in the small blind. And Lance with a suited queen. Deciding if he wants to defend. And it looks like he does. JJ's going to continue here with his gut shot. Lance did pick up a pair.
There's also a king on the board, Drew.
Good board
Justin's
for
flop aggressor.
Yep, JJ to bet.
Lance not done yet. Makes a good call.
Now let's see here if JJ wants to continue his aggression or if he wants to check and try to catch up or hit his wheel, hit his ace potentially.
Or maybe even club. Maybe he wants to.
He's going to take the free one.
Oh. Well, double paired board, king high.
Lance knows he has the best hand at this point. So how does he get max value? Is it by checking? Is it by betting? JJ's checked the turn, so he does not likely have a big hand. Lance bets 550 into 1.3 million, and JJ might think his hand's good here with the ace high at this point.
Drew, try to remove the actual cards on the table, but knowing that you have fours full of threes, what's your bet sizing if you're Lance and you want to get called?
After the turn goes check, check, my sizing is going to be out of position here, either third of the pot. It's going to be around third of the pot. I might go smaller.
Maybe even quarter.
Closer to a quarter
I'm thinking
sometimes.
quarter for me, because sometimes that can induce a raise.
Yep. But when my opponent checks turn, I'm not going to think that they're on any big hands here. So I'm going to be targeting ace highs, potentially pocket eights and nines.
Justin
That might have bet
decides
flop, check turn.
his ace is going to be good there sometimes.
Yep. And I think JJ might be thinking right now, man, I wish I double barreled that turn. You know, easy to feel that way afterwards, but I think his call is fine there on the river. As long as we think Lance is going to be bluffing some 5-6 suited that missed, 7-8 suited that's missed, that he would check call a small bet on the flop, then, you know,
yeah,
he's got to bet those on the river, and ace high is going to be a winner enough of the time. Lance sized it under half pot as well.
Yeah.
Good sizing to get ace high to call.
It worked.
What's up there, Holly Bowie? In the chat says, hey guys.
Hey.
160 to call.
What's up, Holly?
Wow, we have some groundbreaking chat coming to us from Twitch.
What?
From SLA. It says, little known fact, cereal is soup. I have never heard this in my life, Rudy, but this feels like a spot where friendships are lost. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, you got to draw a line.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Look, you've got like, well, is lobster bisque a soup? And
Yeah.
cereal, I guess lobster bisque is actually closer to cereal than, say, ramen.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ever calling cereal soup, but maybe that's for another day. Maybe, you know, we're sitting at the bar here at Rounders Rude after a stream or something, and we can dig into this more.
Deep
Yep.
to get into that. So that's what the Twitch people are talking about, huh? It's okay.
They're off the chain. They're bringing it, yeah.
Well,
What's up
guys,
there,
get it
Waller?
together.
Waller and Scrubs. Everybody out there lurking, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate it, and hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, don't forget to hit the follow and the like buttons. We really appreciate that. And don't forget to tune in this Thursday, 7 o'clock, for SETI's game. Live cash game here at Rounders Card Club.
Look at this monster for John in a small blind.
Unfortunately for him, Austin has the Doyle and is not going to call.
Yeah, John jammed it. I can get behind that.
I think that's the easiest play. It's going to make you money. You're going to take it down. You're not going to have any random 10 deuces flopping trips on you.
And then maybe the big blind shows up, you know, wakes up with king 10.
It'll
Yeah.
mess with the audio of. You guys are supposed to be talking.
Maybe
I'm
even
just
ace
saying.
5.
Oh, we also get a copyright strike. That's right. We get a copyright strike if they can hear. What was that?
Well, we're trying to incite some conversation at the table, but some of the guys are kind of in the danger zone for getting close.
It's a bit more complicated
Oh, Tony. I know. I was like, is that
to have conversations in tournaments than cash games, I think.
No question about it. Yeah, we know that when we have our live stream cash games, it's a much different vibe, right?
Yep,
It's
definitely.
much more festive. People are interacting with each other,
I love it.
telling stories, telling jokes, having drinks. I think the only person drinking at this table was John. I think he had a beer, and that
Yeah.
was to start the stream.
Everyone's focused, man.
Yep.
You're less than one table away from a trophy, which I know there are a notable amount of players out there that play for trophies, championships, and a lot of players will tell me, I just play for the money. You know? Type 1 in the chat if you play for trophies. Type 2 in the chat if you play for money.
Bracelets equal trophies.
Bracelets, rings, trophies, South Texas Poker Championship. wooden
You get 11.
god poker symbols, all those things.
So 185.
Okay, Tony, good luck.
Tony's
6-6.
all in. Good luck, Tony.
Justin's folded. Oh, Renee.
Renee has a decent hand, Jacks.
It's a significant portion of his stack, but JJ
There it is.
just too strong.
Just counting the chips.
Right. Good game.
Good game. You already gave him a good game. The flop's not even out yet.
Diamond?
Running. Oh, what? Tony just
One
needs a diamond.
Yeah.
Or a 6. The hard way.
He GG'd him too soon.
Wow.
Wow.
Wizard strikes again.
1185. 100,000.
And Renee is our new short stack now. Tony.
I wanted it more than you.
This is what I'm talking about. I mean, that's a cooler, right? You know, 6 is running into jacks. That's a cooler. But then the 6 spiking on the turn.
Yep.
Trapped you.
Bam.
He already had the diamonds on the flop.
He did.
He
Yep,
went
he had the
hard
diamond
way.
draw.
He went the hard way, though. Renee's been here before, though. He can double up again. Down to 5 blinds.
At least I hit a diamond.
Was on turn though.
It's the same thing. I would have rather been in a river sweat myself.
It's a good shot of the Rounders Tonight library in the back. John has Austin dominated. Ace Jack. Austin with Queen Jack offsuit. He just gets right out of the way. Austin really kind of navigating his way carefully through these spots. Even JJ giving more pause with the ace 9 than Austin.
15 green there.
I don't know about you, but I really feel like Queen Jack is a lot more playable than ace 9.
Okay, perfect.
I think JJ's trying to see if he has room to 3-bet fold. I'm not sure if he's getting John to fold ace jack, but maybe. Definitely could. Oh, yep. See? Justin wanted to know how many chips John had so he could make a cheeky bet like this. Because this small 3-bet definitely is going to make John think about risking it all. And he thought for a half a second and decided he's all in. He does not fold ace jack. JJ doesn't even get to think root for like 3 seconds that he's going to get a fold here. Like that's all we want a little bit, you know, the longer they think when we're bluffing.
But what's the number?
All right, we got a shot.
This is going to be interesting. 2.7.
2.7.
Makes it 3.8. 2.7, yeah.
Yeah, JJ knew he was 3-betting to fold there. I like his sizing. He looked it up. Even a little bit of the conversation there is going to gets people thinking there. But John did not buy it for a second. Snap all in with ace jack with the best hand, takes it down. What's up there, Reader in SLA? How are you all doing tonight? Hope you're enjoying the stream. I see a couple comments in the chat, though. A little early or a bit confident on the good game with the pocket jacks. And man, you know what? Poker sometimes will deal that justice, huh? I respect the confidence. But hey, sometimes.
But also, you know, Renee's just being a nice guy. You know, he knew he had his guy in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And by his guy, I mean, well, Tony. He was in jail. I mean, that's the perfect spot.
Rude, I'm going to ask you this question from Ghost. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
What is going on tonight?
These questions, very thought-provoking. Apparently, sweating the 250K final table has provoked a lot of thoughts within our viewers.
You know, I think a hot dog is a hot dog. It's its own category.
I get it. It's similar to this soup question. You know, it's
you got meat between bread formation. It's not even 2 slices of bread, Ghost.
I mean,
it's not even.
It could technically be 2 slices. Depending on how you hold it, it could look like a sandwich.
That's a broken hot dog bun if it's 2 slices. A hot dog bun is 1 formation.
I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs, by the way.
Awesome.
Yep. Excuse me.
Ale,
I like sandwiches too. They're
would
just
you please go back into
not
the
the same.
TV room? Produce, thank you. That was a call. Add it. Heads up.
What's going on here? King 4 versus Jack 5. Blind versus blind.
Lance called small blind. John checked big blind.
Lance hits his 4.
Easy bet and take it down. I think we'll have to create another show for these questions now because I see hot dogs are American tacos. Feels like we have a lot to uncover at some point, everyone. I appreciate the conversation. American tacos are hot dogs, huh? We got an awesome menu, by the way, at Rounders here. If you are coming to the San Antonio area, I was just thinking, do we have hot dogs? And I'm pretty sure we have hot dogs on the menu right now.
Yep.
But you can check out our menu on rounderscardclub.com. Go to the restaurant page and scroll down to the bottom. So I'm getting hungry now with this conversation. I think I'm going to have to start ignoring the chat.
Well, we got some. We had Clint did some research here in the chat. Here he says the definition of cereal is a breakfast food made from roasted grain, typically eaten with milk, as in a bowl of cereal.
Okay, so we're debunking this soup conversation.
Soup, I believe, is. Oh, I was about to say water-based, but isn't like I said, lobster bisque? That's not. There's some water in there, I assume.
Yeah, I think I'm a
lot of cream though.
I'm not even sure actually anymore. I'm really confused on the soup thing. I'm torn.
Suck out of the final table and you're negative response.
So Renee's got 1.1 million, less than 10 bigs. And it looks like he is going for it with the Jack 7 suited under the gun.
Let them decide behind him. Oh, look at John's hand.
John's got a little something, something. Pocket
Looking up
tens.
ahead. Rejam for John. Now it's Renee's turn to be at risk.
It's got one over though.
4-1 dog. Yeah, with the problem with it being tens exactly is, it kind of gets in the way of his straight runouts.
Yep.
That's a big problem. That hurts him badly.
Got one of the spades as well. So here we go. Renee's at risk with the Jack 7.
I'm not saying you have to lose it,
Oh. 7. Jacker 7.
Wow.
God.
Rude.
These guys do not want to. They don't want it to end yet.
I was due. Yeah, for sure.
Renee does it the hard way.
Good hand, good hand.
Thanks.
So we got another big exchange of chips
All right,
here.
yeah, let's take a look and see what that does to the chip stacks.
So close.
That kind of evens things out down at the bottom half, doesn't it?
Yep.
13, right around 15 big blinds for the 3 guys there, Renee, John, and Tony.
Anyone's game right now. Anyone's game. I think they've locked up now 10,000.
Yeah, I think it's
10,000. These 6 players.
10-5.
Yeah. There we go.
Am I blind?
No, these two are. 3 and 4. Hold 6.
Yes, though, Wave Poker confirmed we are in San Antonio, Texas.
Will you put your scan your cards? Let's go, man! Do you got 2? 360. Will you please remove your cards and put them back on for me? They're not reading them, so you gotta take them completely off and then put them back on. Thank you. Yes, 360. Did you get it? Have it, okay. And a call before, so it hits up 2 players.
Austin with the mystery hand of the night raises it.
That would have been.
We got Renee flopping the 8. I'm going to check to Austin. So it looks like we got a mystery hand from Austin. Let's see how he plays it. So he's going to start with the bet. Looks like he's betting about 350 into the 800K.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's probably not that many.
I think he's going to be betting a lot of hands here versus Renee, who's on a shorter stack, assuming he's going to get a lot of folds, except for when Renee connects. He's also got some draws that he might consider calling. Of course, if he has hearts, he's going to call this jam. He could potentially have a hand like pocket 9s.
Fresh double up gives Renee some confidence. Picks up another hand, or some more chips.
What's up there, Elva in the chat says, let's go, Lance. Lance is doing good right now. 3rd in chips, 28 blinds, or 4.6 million in chips at the 160K big blind level.
So that's a nice pickup there for Renee.
Yep. And the second place chip stacks are quite evened out now. We got 38, 28, 27. Oh, Miss Elva is Landon's mom. Very cool. So we got all the Lance family out here.
The all reds are in the chat. Well, 2 of them are. One of them is on the table. Austin's starting to pick things up a little bit, but turning up the heat just a bit. Justin on the button with King Queen offsuit.
He's got a decision because he knows Austin is raising a lot of hands. He's got the chip lead. Thing is, JJ's second in chips. Let's see how he decides to proceed.
Maybe at the break.
Looks like he is going to make the call. Play the button.
The good thing, yeah, he's got position on Austin. Monotone board, all hearts. Austin has top pair and the 7 of hearts. Justin only has 2 overs. Austin with a quick C-bet. Pretty small. 275 into about 1.1.
Yep, he's leaving JJ with options here. And JJ's going to go with fold. No heart, tough spot.
I like his sizing, man. I really like that.
About a quarter pot there or so? Yeah, it was right around the quarter.
Yeah. And he had a good, I mean, it was a value bet. He wasn't just bluffing.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Blind Annie, please, Lance.
These are.
160. All
John's all in with jacks. JJ's hand has been making the rounds tonight.
And John's been all in a few times.
Yeah, he has. That's the thing. These guys are not afraid to put their lives on the line, you know, in the right spot.
I know. So put this on.
Are you too
That's what it's about, timing.
No, now I have this on. Yeah. You see the fan like right behind you.
Yeah.
Not this side. I'm saying. Yeah.
If it gets too much, just let us know.
Ace deuce offsuit under the gun for Austin.
360. 360.
Justin with suited wheel cards. At some point, Justin's been, you know, kind of making a stand, punching back. And he also knows that at some point, you know, Austin's going to punch back, you know, the punch back, you know.
Yep, the old punch or punch back.
Punch, repunch.
It's a thing. Look at my man Nino in the chat. He's like, look at everyone in the chat here on YouTube. Can anybody click on the thumbs up? Come on, he says. What a guy. El Nino.
Click it.
You're a nice guy. You know that? I don't care what Rude has to say about you. Right, Rude?
No, he's a cool guy. El Nino. George.
Yeah. No, we appreciate that, though, everybody. Hitting the like button, making sure you subscribe. It does support the stream. Helps let others know that we are live here with this huge final table. 44,000 for first on a $400 buy-in. And also, we just had somebody come through the club here, said that they heard us talking about the new 15K guaranteed on Tuesdays that we're running here at the club, and they're like, all right, I better head over.
Yep.
So good luck to Holly Bowie. We saw her in the chat just a little bit ago. JJ got a nice hand here with the ace-5 of clubs. Gonna raise it up under the gun. 325. Renee's got 20 bigs now with pocket fours.
All right. What about Tony? He's short stack.
There it is.
Very appropriate. Lance, with an otherwise playable hand, we'll let that go. And Justin lets this go.
My bet was pennies.
At this point,
I meant my stack was pennies.
Oh, your stack was more than my bet.
JJ has got to feel like he's getting picked on a little bit. He has been jammed on like 5-6 times now, I think.
And with that, he does move out of second place.
He shares it now almost.
Well,
with
yeah,
Lance.
they're virtually tied, but Lance hasn't pipped for a moment.
JJ, this is just advanced.
The blinds. Well, Justin's in the blind.
Oh, look,
right
Renee's
now.
favorite hand, everyone. Ace Queen again.
Renee's good at that hand. Under the gun. Ace Queen suited.
You don't know I don't catch premiums.
It's a call.
He just called.
Ooh, interesting. I didn't see that coming. Austin's got a nice hand. Austin's, oh my gosh, JJ's got aces behind. This could be a massive hand.
Oh, Austin's going to raise.
This hand's going to be bigger than it normally would because of this limp. Because now this is going to feel different. Whereas if Renee raised Austin 3-bet, now it's a limp, and now Austin is raising from the small blind. So his range could be wider, potentially from the small blind, and now JJ in the big blind wakes up with aces.
So JJ wants to make it look like he thinks Austin is squeezing, so he's going to re-squeeze here, which is, it's true, he just happens to have aces here. What's the size?
1.1.
Because Austin made it 500,000.
All in
Oh, Renee jams with ace queen.
JJ made it small, 1.1, and then Renee had already made up his mind. When he snapped jams there, he was limping to attack raises with his ace queen suited. He has a monster, of course.
Yeah. Especially what, six-handed?
Yeah, completely understandable. Though the action is pretty tight here. I don't know how loose JJ is going to be. Oh, it's 3-betting, yeah, because there was a limp with this 3-bet in the situation. But this 3-bet feels like a 4-bet. And now Austin is trying to decide if JJ was making a move. And JJ's, I don't know if Austin has been watching the stream at all or getting information back, but JJ's had some light 3-bets. He's been applying some pressure to Austin. Austin showed him the ace-8 off the one time. So he has a decision. Eights is a strong hand, and eights is doing great against the limp jam. Okay, looks like Austin folded, and JJ, of course, makes the call.
Oh, wow.
Huge all-in. This could be a $20 tip for the dealers. That's what the cash is in front of JJ, for those of you who don't know. He brought in a bunch of 5s and 20s, equaling $500. Every time he won a pot, he was tipping 5. Every time he wins an all-in, he's tipping 20. And if he wins a tournament, he's giving whatever is left over to the dealers.
Name those 3.
As we watch this
Sweat on the
now.
turn.
Oh, look at this club draw now. Oh, 5 of diamonds on the turn, on the river. That's going to be it for Renee.
Guys, and you are on a 10-minute break.
Congratulations to Renee.
Heck of a run. Renee is going to bust out in 6th place today, good for $10,500. JJ is going to pick up a massive pot, and now everyone has locked up $12,800 on this $400 buy-in.
Our short stack is John. He's got 14 big blinds. Tony, 15 big blinds. They're about tied. And yeah, Justin with a well-timed. I'll tell you what, though. What if it had gone differently? Like, really, think about what would have happened had Renee just called Justin's raise, and then Austin might jam, or he might 4-bet with 8s.
It's very interesting to think about how it could have went if the ace-queen had just raised, for sure.
Or just, yeah, just raised under the gun.
Yep. Face
Right,
3-bet.
right.
It changes everything. It's a very interesting way to see that hand go down.
It's funny how there's so many different permutations of the same configuration.
And today, everybody, is the initiation of our 15K guaranteed Tuesday tournament here at Rounders, called the Tsunami, and it may grow if the guarantee continues to get hit. I don't know.
It may grow.
It may grow. It may go up. I don't know. We'll see. What does it may grow mean? Stay tuned.
A tsunami grows.
Tsunamis grow. They get bigger. What happens, though? We will see. There might be a couple of cool elements.
Destruction.
Yep. Worked into this here. But yeah, our new tournament Tuesday. And we got a new tournament tomorrow, which we recently introduced. The Wednesday Mystery Bounty, 20K guaranteed. It is a $160 buy-in. This is actually our Friday free roll that you just saw there with the purple background, which is also a Mystery Bounty, but it's a $25 club fee rebuy. So
those are out of order. We do have that Wednesday, like you mentioned. That's a. Now I'm confused. The Wednesday one is $160.
Wednesday 20K Mystery Bounty is 160 buy-in.
Yep.
The Friday Mystery Bounty 20K guaranteed is a free roll where you just pay the $25 admission fee to the club.
That's a party.
And then you're in there.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go.
So there you go. And then Thursday we have a new PLO tournament, $50 buy-in, $2,500 guaranteed. Has rebuys, add-ons, but it is an increase in the guarantee for the Thursday night PLO players.
And the odds are endless.
Odds are endless. Yeah, 4 cards.
That may grow too. Let's
Yeah.
let's get that guaranteed up.
Yep.
Guaranteed prize money.
100%, 100%.
Well, the guys are going to be on break now. It's just a 10-minute break, so not very long.
Yep, we're going to take a little bit of a break here as well, Rude. Chat, don't go anywhere. If you're enjoying the stream, please don't forget to hit the follow button, like us on YouTube, and we're going to play some highlights for you. We'll see you back here very, very shortly.
SETI drawing pretty much dead. Needs runner straight here.
And it's not going to happen. Chaz boats up, and I think they probably run it once.
Oh, well, I'm definitely.
So she's cool with you. He's
gonna be covered.
Oh, is Chaz slow rolling? Oh my goodness, Chaz slow rolls the shit out of Seti. And you know, you can see that they're really good friends there. And we also have a ton of awesome content on that. And Preston is going to wake up with aces in one of the blinds here.
I think he's going to just limp it for the extra 10. Oh my god, he's going for a raise. That is surprising.
And the sizing is weird. I like it and I don't at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Would you prefer bigger or smaller?
I think because everyone's going to call the way that the action went, and it's a $20 straddle, I'm really surprised at how small this is, but...
Yeah, it might be because he doesn't feel like he needs as much protection with aces. Like, you can see even, what is that, 4 ways, he's still got 60%. Whereas with a hand like kings, his percent would be a lot lower.
Definitely,
if anybody had an ace, but
like this board, but what I was gonna say was that there's no flop that he's gonna love.
Right, right.
And the problem is that this is one of the worst flops. And Alex with open-ended and a pair, as well as backdoor flush, is just in this spot. When Alex calls with 2 left behind, you're not feeling super good here.
No, you're definitely not. I mean, and Alex is going to flat a lot of strong hands. I think he would probably just call with even sets. And Alex is just going to make basically the nuts here. And I think Preston's going to check this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd be hard-pressed to see him bet here.
And the question is, do you think Alex is going to bet this in position?
I see a check. I see a bet. He does go for a small bet. I do like both plays.
Yeah, Preston having the ace of spades I think is a bad card for him because you're going to want Alex to have spades in this spot, you know?
Alex has been shown to bluff, but this spot is not an easy spot to bluff. Preston does call.
Yeah, you're basically only beating spade draws, I think, and maybe hard draws that floated the flop.
Yeah, and an ace would be... Oh, that's a terrible card for Preston. That is a really bad card for Preston. The way that the action ran out, he's still going to have spades that he's going to be bluffing here, and we've seen that Alex is able to bluff in this spot, and Preston is getting a decent price. Yeah, this is rough for Preston.
Yeah, do you think he gets away from this? No, he does.
No.
He does just call.
And, oof.
Looks like Preston's going to be done for the night. Yeah, that's a rough one to end on.
I'm just here for the commentary. Thank you for the compliment.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
I hope
you're going to get squeezed off and lose probably $200, $250.
Chaz, I was going to say, I didn't know what he was going to go with, but I could see him shoving here, too.
This flop, which is going to be...
Oh, wow.
Give him a 9. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, against a blind range. I mean, obviously he's not blind anymore. I think he looked at his hand before calling.
Yeah, and he definitely pressed on this one.
You already said that.
Well,
you can't just do it again.
I was wondering if he would press on. He did press on. just for those who didn't know what the joke originally was gonna mean, and this 6 is actually a little scary for pressed on. Because Chaz does have some 10s, and there's a lot of hands. If he is calling you on this flop, he's not going to float as much of a hand like ace-deuce, and it looks like Preston actually might have like 500 more.
Yeah, this is a very committing bet with the 425 when Preston's only got, it looks like, according to the graphic, he's only got like 600 left. And, wow, Chaz is going to float here with ace, or not float, I mean, I guess at this point he's just calling down with ace high on this board.
Yeah, and it's also indicative of knowing his image is that Preston is one of the players who will be willing to bet here with Queen Jack, for example. And wow, this river is terrible for Preston. If Chaz goes all in, he's putting him in the blender here, although Chaz does have ace high, which has a bit of showdown value, but this river hits him.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the hands that Chaz is beating, it's going to be like Queen Jack.
Oh, and he goes all in.
Oh, no. Is Preston ever folding here? Yeah,
He
doesn't
snap
have to call.
calls, and he added on for a lot.
Oh, he had 1,500 behind.
No, that's like 2K. Oh yeah, 16.
16, yeah, 1,600. Okay, so I was the graphic was incorrect. He actually had 1,600 there, not the 600. So there was an extra 1,000 that was in his stack.
Wow, and I love the jam by Chaz.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Chaz jam there, I would probably never call there personally, because just Chaz really can have anything. I mean,
Including a 6, including
a 6, a 10,
a 7.
and a 7.
Ooh, Preston's just gonna go for it.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I mean, you kind of want to bet range here, although this is not amazing for your range. Jacob is very happy to have the 10 of spades, although when we put pressure on hands, he's definitely allowed to have single spades that contain aces and kings. So
Yeah, and you know you're drawing dead to or close to dead to a hand like King Jack with a King of Spades, Queen Jack with a Queen of Spades, Ace Jack with the Ace of Spades, etc.
yeah, I mean, this is a spot that you got to proceed with caution as Jacob, and I wonder what he does. Oh, this is an interesting turn in which Preston gets some showdown. Does check.
It's real bad.
And you can see he's only got 2 outs since the 7 or 6 of spades will not help him.
Oh my
And he hits the offsuit 7? What was he on the flop, like 3%?
Yeah, he had 2% on the flop.
Oh no. And he's going to jam.
That's brutal.
And also, good of Preston to be cognizant enough to jam for value here. A lot of people will just be like, okay, I hit my 2 pair. Good laydown by Jacob. Chaz, aces, please.
Oh, but he has the other nuts, 7-6 offsuit.
Right, yeah.
And he's up against 2 people with 10-9 off and Queen Jack. A lot of them sharing each other's outs. And not going to get anyone to play.
Well, this is a 1-2 game, by the way, y'all.
$400 in pre-flop.
No one has a suited hand. So we're going to see... We're going to see Chaz actually step a little bit into the lead above most of the hands, and Queen Jack is actually going to lead. For 25, this is a very, very weird bet, just because you're often going to get re-raised by a lot of hands here.
Yeah, it's almost like, it looks like you almost want to induce a ring.
And we are back, everybody. My name is Drew, a.k.a. Bet on Drew, with my man Rudy here, a.k.a. Rude SATX on social media.
I'm Rude.
Doesn't have to post his big blind.
So they say.
Whoever knocked him out should have to
He's
post
actually a nice guy. He's actually a nice
Old
guy.
Old 8-4-1. Raised to 4-2.
Austin's first hand back, a very pretty ace-9 of diamonds.
Drew, where do you think the momentum lies right now on the final among the final 5? This is a tough group right here. The chips have been moving.
This is tough, but honestly, with the chip distribution as is, I think that JJ and Austin are favorites to win. But I also, with that said, think that John, Lance, and Tony all have what it takes. They are by no means pushovers. It's just I'm familiar with Austin and JJ. I know that they have a lot of tournament experience. You give somebody with a lot of tournament experience, a lot of chips.
They've got the most chips right now.
Yep.
Yeah, John just folded 6s under the gun. Opened the door for Austin to raise with Jack Deuce offsuit. And Justin's on the button here with 2 Broadway cards.
Last time he just called when he had King Queen here in this spot.
I really like what he's doing though. He's 3-betting Austin often. He knows Austin's range is going to be wider than most.
Now let's see. You called this earlier. Let's see if Austin is to that point where he fights back now.
You mean the repunch? The punch punch?
The punch, punch, repunch, all that, yep.
Oh.
Looks like he is. Or is he just going to continue? No, re-raise. He felt it.
Justin 3-bets to 925. Austin's going to come right back at him. What is this, 1.3?
2.5.
Oh, 2. Okay. Yeah, it couldn't be.
Watching this as a viewer, you would love to see people find the hero jam here with King Queen. But as you could see, the way we anticipated, you called this earlier, when is Austin going to fight back? And he's now chosen. Now, does JJ
And look at the hand he picked to do it with.
Yep. Now, does JJ think?
100% that Austin shows his hand.
All right, Rick,
Okay,
that's 100%. Let's see.
92%.
No, you said 100%. You owe
I
me
did say
a whiskey
100%.
drink
Just
if.
because anything that crosses the line is supposed to stay, so when you put in a bet, and yeah, thank you.
No, does not.
He didn't show it. Okay, I owe you. I don't know. I think Lori got in my way there. I think Austin was going to show, but she was instructing him about something
All right,
that came
look,
across the line.
I win this one, but I'm going to give you a layup on the another one. We're going to find another
Okay,
spot to
okay.
gamble, okay? Nice hand by Austin, though. Finding the 4-bet with the Jack Deuce off. Felt like JJ was up to something.
That's
JJ's a
nasty.
nice stack, too. Second place chip stack. Do you
Yeah.
want to get caught up with the chip leader? A lot of good things going his way. He
do
took
not.
advantage and picks up a nice spot.
Justin with a suited king from the cutoff. This is where you can widen your range, especially being just 5-handed, Drew.
100%.
Oh, look at Tony. God, what a man.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, obviously we can see that he has Justin dominated, but come on, Justin's raising in front of him, and Tony has King Jack offsuit.
He's
jams
got
it.
11 blinds as well on the button. So he has decided that King Jack is a premium holding in this situation. He's going for it. Or he thinks Justin's going to be folding a ton, as he's seen. He thinks Justin's opening wider. He can get through more of these jams with the hands like this King Jack. And it looks like Lance has folded. I believe the decision here is on John. And John has a big hand here. That's what
that's
this look
what's
is
going on,
for.
okay.
That's why he capped his cards. Pocket nines. And he's got 2.1 million in chips, so he would be calling off for his tournament life here, facing a raise and a jam. So he's going to do some accounting here, Rude. He's going to figure out how much he has, see what the situation is, and then make a decision.
Taking inventory of his chips, as it were. You know, when we were on break, we were just walking through there, and they were back at the table. Ooh, I thought he was going. They were back at the table, and he was looking for some approval from me on his 7-4 suited. He wanted to know if that was if that was a good move.
Well, when you see him next time, if I don't see him, tell him approved. I dig it. I respect it. John's going to make the fold. It's a really tough spot there, Rude. It's a really tough spot. He still has Justin behind.
That's the thing. Yeah, Justin's still behind him.
$21.50.
21?
Yes. 2,150,000.
So JJ making sure that he's not pot committed at this point. And he does find the fold. Tony's going to pick up a nice pot there.
Tony's breathing a little easier. I don't think he wanted to call necessarily.
No, I don't think so either. I think when we jam all our chips in the middle with King Jack offsuit, we're just praying everyone folds.
I needed him to fold then.
Let's see where everybody landed after that hand. Okay, Tony picks up some chips. He now has 14 big blinds. John's at 10.
JJ's still second in chips with 33 blinds.
Oh, yeah.
Ahead of Lance there, who has 19. And Austin came into the final table as our chip leader, and he still is chip leader. Doing an incredible job of maintaining that lead.
I mean, you got to be prepared for that. So, I mean, they don't have your number.
I mean, the stacks are different.
You have 10 days.
Come on, lessons on Tuesday. Oh shit, it's Tuesday.
That's a walk for Austin.
It is Tuesday.
And he shows Johnny, goes, look, I have an ace. I have an ace every time, guys.
John talking through his pocket nines fold there. He thinks he dodged a bullet versus Tony. Who knows? He could have lost the flip to the king jack. Decided to fade it, fold his nines.
Fucking chopping it or what?
Trying to get some tip.
Coaching as we play.
Right.
Landon letting us know in the chat that his dad was a champion in California. Maybe a state poker tournament. I know
Hey.
he's got a lot of success out there.
I was going to say he's got a lot of earnings there, so makes sense.
Austin just completes the small blind, from the small blind.
In stride. Nice hand there, Austin. Is it just me? Was Tony wearing a mask at the beginning of the final table, or did he put it on at some point?
No, he was wearing a mask from the
Was he?
beginning.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was talking to him before the tournament, or the final table started, and just chatting with him, and he had it on.
Tony's got it.
He's going to propose if he wins.
I think he just got out of the operating room.
That's right.
Lance is going to come in for a raise, make it 400K with the ace-10 off. We say under the gun, but he's kind of in the hijack, kind of in late position a little bit. It's not quite the
funny
same.
how, the formations kind of get changed a bit, you know, when you get the shorter you are.
Yeah, shorthanded, yep.
Because you're close to the big blind, but you're also close to the button.
Tony's got a pretty one, 10-8 suited. I like this hand. He's in there. He is dominated.
Interesting card.
Sweaty card for Tony. He decides to check.
Picks up the gut shot, straight draw, and a flush draw.
Lance also has a gut shot.
Flush.
Tony gets there.
Lance has a dry ace.
Tony picks nice
has
sizing.
the flush, yep, makes a bet, but Lance has an opportunity to make a play here. The board is paired, so I think it's less likely that he's going to do something creative.
But he does have the ace of hearts, so I see where you're going with that.
Right. Yeah, I should have opened that up, broken that down just a little bit.
He's got to call one blind here. If Lance wants to see Tony's hand, he's got to throw in 2 green chips.
He can't bet any smaller. That's what Lance is kind of lamenting here.
And it's a nice bet by Tony because Tony knows he has a monster. Lance is checked all the way down. Lance is just going to have a lot of ace high here. And you can tell it's a good bet because Lance is struggling through this decision.
You're right. No, it's a good point.
Yeah, that's what you're looking for. When you're kind of choosing bet sizings, you really want to make your opponent indifferent. You want to give your opponent as many hard decisions as possible. And that was a hard decision for ace high there, so he must have chose the right sizing, right?
Yeah, I missed that as well.
Look at this handsome man in the bottom left.
Who's that guy in the yellow shirt?
Our man Rude.
Hey, can you tell him that my rip on that 4-7 was good?
Scrubs 210 says 10-8 is the best hand in poker. Told you.
He just had the hand.
It's just like, yeah, it's like you put ice in a restaurant.
I think they're still talking about his 4-7 of diamonds.
That's what he was. Yeah, he was asking me to say something about that. Certify it as being good.
It's like we played all day yesterday. Yeah, yeah. It was like queen 4. He was 3-betting me. Same position. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay, Justin.
It was a little
Deciding to
history
just
there
call
in the call.
in position with the suited king.
Does not want to get 4-bet by Austin again.
Austin looking for a very specific flop.
Check.
Thanks again, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. If you're just tuning in, my name is Drew. I'm here with Rudy at Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas. We're down to the final 5, playing for $44,000 from a $400 buy-in. We see Justin's got kings. Big hand here.
Austin with a suited king decides to just fold it, taking a break.
How long does a pizza take? Okay, so in about 10 minutes or
100,
5 or 10
200
minutes,
of the
can I
big
get a
of the
pizza,
blinds.
please? Raised to 4.
Justin makes it 400.
Looks like it, confirmed.
Oh, never mind. He's pushing 6 minutes. Let's get it. We'll get it going. Let's go. Just cheese.
No, nobody contended.
No action, but let's see Lori's pizza order.
Artichoke
Yeah.
and peppers, please. Yeah. Thank you.
Do we have a graphic for that? Is that anywhere? Let me see if that's anywhere here.
Nachos with peppers? Does she get pizza with nachos and peppers or something I heard? Dang, what kind of pizza is that?
I don't see it, but this is what's been going on since the stream started, since the final table. Austin up 4.2 million. He's been making.
Not that you needed it.
He was already the chip leader. Justin trying to stay with him, but
It was. It is.
really Austin just widening the lead. 8-5 suited on the button. No go for Lance.
Looks like John is all in, and Austin is going to be calling here. Just wants to make sure it's not a massive overshove, but it's like 8 blinds, blind versus blind with a pair.
Oh, and the 9s for the 2 million,
Yep.
There it is. We're off to the races again, Rude. Can John survive another all-in? We're going to find out. How about this? Is John going to survive? To go
John-
even on the whiskey bet.
I don't remember what's out. I'm going to say John's going to survive.
Okay, so
Okay,
John
so you
survives.
got-
We're
you
even.
got Austin.
Yeah, I got Austin.
Okay.
So if Austin wins, you owe me 2
I thought
whiskey
you said
drinks.
this is a layup. This is
This
not
is a layup.
Oh my God.
See?
Layup. That's a slam dunk. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Uh-oh, here comes
no.
the 3 because of this, Rude. You did this. You did this.
Oof.
All right.
Made
John
it.
survives another one.
Phew. Yeah, he's good at that. He hit them both. He only needed to hit one.
Yep. The short stack doubles again, and we battle on 5-handed. And at this point, if you're Lance, Tony, every time somebody's all in, you're looking at a notable pay jump.
Drew, I want to remind you of something that just happened about 15 minutes ago in real life.
Yeah.
A pizza order was made by one Lori who was in the dealer box. The pizza has now walked by us. The pizza is.
This pizza is like a star, the star of the show. Yeah, yeah.
Tells me that it's wrong.
That's so funny.
Drew Clint is in the chat. He's got some information for us. The 10-8, which Lance has right now in the cutoff, he folds. 10-8 is known as the Deadwood Nuts in some circles. I'll bet like in South Dakota probably. I think that's where Deadwood is. or maybe North Dakota. Deadwood is also home of the most famous poker hand, the Dead Man's Hand. Aces and eights.
Yep, I remember that. I remember hearing that story about the dead man's hand.
But did you know about Deadwood nuts?
I did not. I did not know that. That is news.
Jack pairs Austin. Open ender now for Justin. Austin seems uninterested in his hand.
Looks like he's going with the block bet on the river here. Justin did miss and is going to make fold. What's up there, Nudist? I see you over there on Twitch. Says that they are enjoying the commentary tonight so far, Rude. And the whiskey order bets.
Whiskey order, okay. They
Our whiskey bets,
yep. Yep. Well,
That guy, yeah, he had aces, like the big pots, too.
Drew deposited an order earlier. It was the old green tea, the old standby that we have here.
Yep.
Well, it's a card room favorite.
He was big stack with the aces.
They probably make more
Another
green
big stack.
tea shots
He
in
was
this card
fighting
room
for life,
than,
queens
I don't know,
for
any other place in the state of Texas.
I've never had a it's like a mandarin orange green tea shot. I've never had them, but here, and they're great.
Yeah, that's a little spin. I think the orange tea is with the orange, Jameson orange.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see. Lance with a nice hand here with the ace jack of hearts, all red.
His cards are all red.
Yep. This is the hand. John folds jack nine suited. And then JJ in the small blind, five-handed, has a pretty big hand, ace 10 offsuit. Blinds are 200K. So Lance started this hand with about 15 blinds.
Nice fold, Justin.
Lance is going to take it down. That is a nice fold. I would be thinking about doing something there.
No kidding.
I would be thinking about doing something.
on the final table.
Oh, look, they're jumping on this here. Lance just threw in a 5-2 for picking up the pot. So for those of you who don't know yet, JJ in seat 3 there he brought 500 in cash in 5s and 20s. Every time he wins a pot tonight, he was going to give a 5 to the dealers. Every time he won an all-in, he's giving 20 to the dealers. And if he wins, whatever is left over, the dealers get that as well. So a fun sweat for everybody to kind of follow.
Yeah, the dealers are here dealing. They're they're doing their job, and they're getting a little bit of a free roll.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see.
I like that. It's fun.
Jack 9 offsuit for Justin from the button.
Yep, it's going to be met with Tony's all in again.
Tony trying to chip up. That's the best idea, I think, there with sevens in this specific situation.
Yep.
With where he is with his chip stack. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Yep.
I think he just took over. Yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, so he just passed Lance. I think he was below Lance before that hand. Lance has 14 big blinds. They still got chips out there, Drew.
Yeah, they're all very, very close in chip stacks. Still anyone's game.
2 to come.
And it's unfortunate for JJ. He,
Raised to 5 1/4.
from what I've seen, has been jammed on a kind of like a record amount of times at a final table. And he seems to be keeping it together pretty well. But it's got to be frustrating. And he's got hands that he can open. So it's just kind of what it is sometimes in poker.
Yeah, that's what makes it hard. If you're raising with junk, it's easy to just fold, right? Just get right out of the way. But if you're raising with a legitimate hand, you don't want to let it go
Very
sometimes.
annoying. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what time you're.
Man, I hope he doesn't wake up better than King 6.
How, when am I supposed to come? Do you really hear?
Okay, close.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if we're here, and I don't know if we will get to this conversation tonight, Rudy, with the players we have at the table. But it's a fair amount of times. I think once we get down to like three-handed, two-handed, we start to see discussions of a chop.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we'll see those discussions this evening, but maybe. We're
With
getting
this
close.
makeup?
Not there yet. Five-handed, I don't think the conversation begins.
Yeah, not only that, there's still, like, the guys at the top still have a lot of big blinds.
Testing your speed.
Talking about Justin and Austin.
All right, guys. Thank you and good luck. Hope to see all of you in an hour. Well, not all of you, but we got to lose someone.
Sorry. That's probably the meanest, most aggressive thing I've ever heard Lori say.
Yeah, and it wasn't even. And she was being very, kind in it.
She's she's a very kind person, but she goes, well, I hope to see all of you. Well, not all of you. We got to lose somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint, I agree with you. I don't believe Austin is going to be looking to chop unless his situation changes drastically. If he's not the chip leader. But that's my read also.
Six folds.
Got Deuce back in the box. Shout out to Deuce.
Five high for Austin, complete. No, he's going to raise.
Might be raising this one.
Makes it 500. Justin with the suited wheel cards, ace 3 of hearts. Calls in position. Underrepresenting his hand somewhat.
I think he knows Austin's a difficult opponent to play versus. He's got a good hand he can play in position. He's also got 25 blinds. He doesn't want to raise and fold it or raise, call off his stack with the other shorties there. I think this is going to be another situation, too, where he's also just going to be opting to call down a bit.
So the call behind puts Austin in, puts a little bit of pressure on Austin, right?
Yep. Well, I don't know that it's going to put pressure on him. He's probably just shutting down now at this point because this board is just like there's no floats.
Well,
there's just
yeah,
hands
you're right.
that hit
For
and
his,
connected.
Having said that, more chips coming in. Yeah, his cards, he's not going to have any problems just letting his hand go if Justin comes back and raises.
With the heart coming on the turn, Justin might have some aggressive actions in mind.
Justin's thinking about that right now. Do I want to just call and let him hang himself, or do I want to go ahead and
He just
capitalize
calls.
on the equity I've just gained?
He wants to see a heart on the river. Austin is representing a pretty strong hand here. Let's see if Austin fires another. He
Third
does not.
deuce comes out.
JJ's happy to see the check. He's going to check it.
Yeah. So they each only had one pair.
Yep. So nice hand there for JJ. That's going to be a big one. 3.5 million in chips going into his stack. Maintains his second place chip stack.
Here are chip stacks by seat. By seat. So that, just to remind you guys where everybody is.
What's going on there, John Carney? What's up? Just tuning in. Looks like a nice tournament. It is $400 buy-in. First place is $44,000. Our players have locked up a 5-figure score already at this point, and they're battling it out. Get the trophy. See who's going to get their name on the Rounders Cup. What's up, Ethan? I see Ethan in the chat, tuning in for this final table. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Ethan? Yeah, so let's take a look at the. That was a big hand, by the way, Drew. Between those two, between Austin and Justin. See, JJ now, for the night, he's gained 4 million in chips.
Yep, he's climbing the ladders for sure. He's got a couple of big hands. He's played some spots well. He's definitely not been afraid to mix it up. And Austin has done a great job of maintaining his chip lead as well.
What about Tony doing a fantastic job of, he's really been on the brink of elimination a couple of times, and now he's in 3rd place.
Gotta love tournaments, right?
Yeah, if you can't grind, you can't play tournaments.
Tony's going to call the small blind here with the 8-5 offsuit versus Lance in the big blind, who has 9-6 offsuit. The viewers are hoping for a low middling board for some action. Not quite. Tony with a snap bet, 300K. Going to take it down.
Lance folds one card and then the other.
Timothy Thompson on YouTube says, let's go, Tony. Tony knows what he's doing. I can tell by a lot of actions Tony's taken. He's been here, and I know we've seen him. This has got to be his 3rd final table in the last year.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, too, I think he's been randomly sat at the same seat every time, too.
You know what? I think you're right. Except that's where I sat for the final table. So he wasn't there.
So players, your prize pool is unposted. We're going to be paying out 10 places. 10th place, 320. First place.
Lance has a decent hand here in the small blind. He's got about 13 blinds with the queen 10 off.
It's interesting deciding to just limp. He did that earlier and then got raised on and then folded right away. Wow.
Huge flop for
What a
Lance.
Flop. Unfortunately for Lance, John missed everything.
Yep.
I mean, what? How could he not? Lance has everything.
Lance is giving him rope.
Stack size is very, very close.
Let's see what Lance decides to do here. He did extract a bet out of John with king high. Is he going to try to build a pot, or is he going to continue to trap?
Chances are John's not betting the deuce, right? It's something else. So he wants to hope maybe king jack, jack 8, something like that. Even, ace 9.
Checks. Is that what you worried about, Queensville? Say you never catch a hand and then get a house?
Yeah. Good shutdown by John there.
Lance would not agree. Lance is not happy about the shutdown there.
Stone cold nuts.
I was like 50-50 was just shoving.
I
was like,
You think you'd have called?
you would have tanked for a little while. Queen's full deal.
That's right. That's right.
That makes Lance
I
feel a
know those
little...
legs. I know those legs. Look
Chaz.
at those calves.
Chaz. That is Chaz, right?
The one and only BDC.
Yep.
Big Daddy Chaz.
Grab a seat.
Hey, which one of y'all's gonna win, dude?
Deuce.
So how much?
Oh, sorry.
If you weren't sure if it was Chaz after that laugh, you now know.
Thank you.
20K. For 20K?
Nah, I'm gonna pass it.
Jump in for 20? Yeah.
Mentally Rich in the YouTube chat says he has knocked out every one of these players from tournaments.
Yeah, starting stack, yeah.
So mentally rich, you have played a lot of poker here at Rounders then, huh?
That's pretty good.
Not for 20.
And you must do well, because I cannot say that I've ever even been close to a table where I've knocked all these players out before.
I don't think I've knocked any of these players out of tournaments before. I've played with them all.
I knocked Austin out of a tournament in Choctaw. I think I won a flip with pocket threes versus versus him last summer or just before. But that's it. Played a little bit with JJ. Maybe I've played a few times with JJ. Maybe I've gotten lucky and knocked him out.
Oh, actually, I think JJ may be the only one I've knocked out.
Yeah. Ethan says, I played Austin and Austin myself. Ba-dum-bum.
Coach is my favorite. Yeah, Coach is a cool guy.
Another blind versus blind situation between Austin and JJ. Austin raising up the 9-5 offsuit. JJ defending the 8-7 suited.
500.
All right, JJ's going to let it go. I know we said it before, but Austin is doing a really good job of maintaining his chip lead here. He has pumped the brakes here and there. He's turned it up, and he's dancing, stick and move, very much like a a boxer in the ring.
Yeah, and all the while maintaining the chip lead.
Yep.
Right. His chip count has gone up and gone down, but he's always been in the lead.
What's up there? Joshua Galvin on YouTube says, I'm here for Team Tony. Became a fan after watching tonight. How about that?
Yeah, Tony's man. He's tough. I agree with you.
Raise 400.
Austin's going to raise up on the button with the 10 deuce suited. I think Austin's getting some momentum here. He might be in a high gear for a little bit. He might sense that players are playing a little bit more straightforward. Stacks have leveled out.
Yeah.
I don't think that we can dispute what Tim's got to say here in the chat. Says Tony, best player in this lineup. Definitely one of. We got some good players in this lineup, this entire final table.
Timmy, what's up, Tim? Good to see you in the chat. Yes, I agree. Tim is one of them, for sure.
What's up there, Hobo Hitchhiker? I will bring up the payouts for you after this hand. And we'll show you what's going on in this $400 buy-in that drew 715 entrants.
As soon as Tony folds. So, here we go. Oh. Okay. Nope, I was wrong. Lance is going to go all in.
But it does look like our assumption that Austin was going to turn it up a bit. It's coming true a little bit, opening the queen 5 off and the cutoff. Don't blame him.
All right, so after that hand, these are our chip stacks. Austin leading the way at 14 million, and John is our short stack. 13 big blinds. Let's look at it that way in terms of big blinds, if you prefer.
What do we got, Rude, for the payouts?
Payouts are coming right up.
So there we go. Everyone has locked up 12.8K. There is a $2,500 ladder. Once the next player goes out, everyone will lock up 15.3. And then we have 20K for third, a little over 30K for second, and then 44,000 for first.
All in.
Here's something. Austin under the gun with ace-6. John's going to jam with ace-4 from the big blind. 2.5 million. Austin already has money out there. Looks like he raises about 400,000.
Yeah, 400,000. He's got to call another 10 blinds. The thing is here versus John, I think Austin knows that he can go wider in some situations. His ace-6 might be doing decently here, but he decides not.
Yep. They each show an ace. I really like the way Austin showed his ace. Again, he's a bit, perturbed. He's bothered. He says, "Look, guys, I'm not raising with nothing." And in fact, at that time, we know he actually had John in bad shape. As Austin's card goes cartwheeling across the table.
What's up there, Principe Hernandez? Vamos.
And John Anderson says that Austin is the best. I don't disagree with that assessment.
Can you scan something, please? Raise to 400, C3.
JJ's going to come in with the raise. Queen 10 offsuit. Lance has a decent hand, pretty hand. We're playing 5-handed. He's got ace-3 clubs on the button.
Lance with a kind of a hard, it's a difficult stack size to navigate with. What do you think, Drew?
I agree.
Take a look at that. I forgot how many big blinds that is. 17 big blinds, with Justin with 32 big blinds opening under the gun.
Yep, it's definitely a tough spot. You could flat the button and go from there if you'd like. But it is difficult to kind of navigate. And I think a lot of players are looking at that raise
What
as
happens
under
if
the
you
gun.
hit an ace on the flop?
Yep. Yep. Could be problematic. He's done well navigating up to this point.
Give him the walk.
Probably 2 kings or something.
JJ getting walks now.
Yeah, you're
Austin's
right.
battled enough from the small blind, decides to take one off.
Big blind, son.
All right, looks like the deuce says the big blind is going up.
Blinds will be up next hand.
Next hand, next hand.
Trash.
What's up there? El Gritton says, somebody catch me up, just tuning in. Well, we started with 9 players. Came in with a pretty healthy stacked lineup of good players who had 15 blinds plus. So this has been in no way been a shove fest. There has been John in seat 1 has been all in 4 or 5 times and has
Raise to
survived.
4, so you didn't want to
Not the first thing on my mind,
Yeah, yeah.
JJ has had aces and kings. Austin right there, you're seeing the blue hoodie in seat 2. Came in as our big chip leader, and he is still the chip leader now, 5-handed. John here with the orange shirt in seat 1 went on a pretty fun bluff with 4-7 of diamonds earlier at this final table, which lost him the majority of his chips, but he's battled back. And Tony's been on all in a few times.
Yeah.
And not called a bunch, but survived, I believe, 1 all in at least.
He was on the brink of destruction, come back. He's got built up a nice stack. And
ooh, we got an action flop here.
yeah, and look at the stack sizes. These guys are almost even.
With John being the one with the open-ended, I don't see how these chips don't go all in the middle between Lance and John right now.
Backdoor clubs for John as well.
All in.
Yep. Going all in. Lance with top pair. Says he doesn't know if he can get away from this one.
Yeah, this is not a situation where we can fold, especially with chips and how many blinds are already in the middle. The stacks, it's just a call. And there you go. Lance makes it, and Rude, we're off to the races. Lance is a 63% favorite here, and John, with his open-ended straight draw, backdoor flush draw, has a 37% chance of winning this hand.
John has been all in a few times,
Yep.
and he's made it through. I don't know if he's going to do it this time, though.
All right, let's see.
Oh, he hits his 8.
Which reduces some of his outs.
5 or 10 would chop it. 5 for the chop.
Wow.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 straight on the board, guys.
John's happy about that. But
yeah, Lance is
Lance
not.
Lance is not.
is not happy about that at all.
I mean, is it really? I don't know.
Nate was a bad card because
No, I'm saying,
Oh,
like,
okay.
was it really a bad play on that?
Oh, no.
5 of clubs would have been.
On the turn.
Yeah, that would.
John has survived another
Everyone
all-in.
survives another one.
I know.
It's got to be 5 all-ins minimum now that John has won. That's how you win tournaments. You survive your all-ins, Rude.
Oh,
You win your all-ins.
Yeah.
I knew.
Oh, is that it?
couldn't win.
Okay.
Yep. That's it.
That's all you got to do?
A lot of poker sites, poker players are making it really, really complicated with this GTO conversations and do this and work out and all this other stuff. You know what? It's actually quite
Position.
simple. Position.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that.
It's quite simple,
Bet
everyone.
sizing.
Win.
Just win the all-ins.
Win your all-ins. That's it.
All right. Write that down, chat. Now you know what to do. You've got the secret.
Yep. What's up there, Fisher46? How's it going tonight, buddy? Good to see you out there hanging out with us on Twitch. Turn was a lifesaver. It depends on who you're asking. It depends on who you're asking.
Good point. Ghost, are you getting these? You taking notes here? Just win the all-ins.
Hey, just keep adding the all-ins. Just keep adding up the all-ins that I'm in. I think that's like 7 or 8 for sure.
Oh, he's got himself at 7 or 8 wins. I had him around 5 or 6.
Probably, no, it's probably what it feels like to him, though. Think about it.
Yeah.
When you're at risk.
So yeah, the blinds are up 250K. Our graphics will adjust.
Lance is all in with King Queen suited. And Justin will let that go. I knew this was going to be a good final table. I mean, turns out these guys are really trying, you know?
Yep.
Who knew?
Yep. I was excited to come in and commentate this one as well.
Raise it.
Austin's got a nice hand here. Queen 10 of clubs.
6 folds. 8 folds. 1 fold.
I feel like ping jumps from 6th to 3rd.
You guys take 20 each.
Aren't that big.
Who's you guys?
Them 3, and then you can take a little more, and I'll take a little more.
Tell you what, I'll take 33 right now.
Hey, that's a good deal. 3,000.
I thought you were figuring it out earlier on your phone.
It's in a fantasy draft.
Oh. That's why I thought you were asking.
Justin under the gun.
I guess you're asking for full.
Just too wide. Tony King 10 from the cutoff. Ooh. Not playing.
That is enough.
Austin gets a walk with an ace. How do they know?
How did they know? How did Tony know to fold the king 10?
Yep.
I'm right there with you, Tim. Wish I could survive the all-ins like the short stacks. That is the key, man. That is the key. Find ways to not be at risk. When you're at risk, win.
See what Austin does with a 5-3 suited. He's going to just complete in the small blind. Justin with a really an unplayable hand unless you make you play with it, and they are in this case. Since Austin limped. 2 diamonds for Austin on the flop and a deuce for Justin. It's a little something for everybody, but Justin just gets out of the way to Austin's bet.
Does not want to do battle with the 8 deuce offsuit, even though he's got a pair. I don't blame him.
Does not want to do battle with seat 2 either. Chip leader.
Big blind, Tony.
Not with such a weak hand.
John Anderson says, Lance hasn't had many hands. He just gets a little love, and he should do well. I agree. He's been doing well with his patience, finding spots, and sometimes that's all you got to do in tournaments. So we'll see what happens. 5-handed. If he continues to not get hands, though, he might have to open up a little bit in order to survive.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, John. He really is. The card distribution has not been in his favor.
500 from C2. Fold 8, fold 1. Raise to 500 from C2.
Those of you just tuning in, this is the final table of the 250,000 guaranteed Rounders Cup 7, live from Rounders Card Club here in San Antonio, Texas. These players all put up $400. They've locked up a $13,000 cash and are playing for $44,000.
2 and 6 week. Okay. Raise to 500 C2. 3 fold. 6 fold. Call. Check. Yeah. 375. C2.
Austin is going to take this one down with the continued aggression.
Are you still drafting? No. Okay.
He's building a stack, 15 million and growing.
That's all for the rail. Thank you. Anyone with some water? Water? I brought it. Oh, you brought it.
Cold. So I like them room too.
We're gonna play.
I like them room too.
Little Tony rocking the Converse All-Stars.
I saw that. I was wondering if he's got a glove there or what the yellow thing is. Like something, it makes me think of Pikachu. I don't know.
Looks like an extra shoe in his lap.
Look who we got in the chat here. We got 2022 Rounders Cup champion Mike Taylor, who got down deep last night. I thought you were going to be here, Mike. But you know what? Even champions fall sometimes.
That's right.
So next time.
Mike is a great player, and his assessment of the talent at this table is spot on. When I saw the lineup, I was really excited about calling this this final table, Mike.
6 and 8 full.
Well, I see Bubbles in the chat too, rooting for Lance, JJ, Austin, some of the hometown favorites.
What's up, Bubs? There she is. The action kind of slowed down a little bit on the table. You know what that means.
Something's about to happen,
Yep.
Rude. That's what that means. Something's about to happen.
About to have an explosion.
JJ got 6s. Second in chips. Blinds
the
are at
gun.
250K.
Under the gun with 6s.
Hijack with 6s.
Okay. Fair.
Grace,
Tomato, tomato.
500, C6 folds.
What's up there, Juan? Is it Drew and Rudy commentating? Rudy, is my name Drew?
It is us. You are Drew.
I am Drew. You're Rudy?
And I am Rude.
Boom. Perfect. What up, Juan? Good to see you out there tonight, brother. Austin's got a big hand here. Ace-Jack suited decides to just call versus JJ's under the gun open.
Gosh, what's going to happen?
In the big blind.
This is it. This is what we predicted. Well. Pre-flop aggressor, JJ. This is a good board to see bet?
I think he's gonna. Question is the sizing. Question is the sizing. 1.3 million. Looks like he's gonna go with around half pot.
Very ambiguous sizing.
There we go.
Got chips. This call. How's Justin feeling about this call?
I think he's gonna tell us how he's feeling about it on the turn. $2.5 million in the middle. JJ's going to check back with his 4.5 million stack.
A fourth diamond on the board. Neither player has a diamond, however.
But Austin takes the lead now, hitting that river. He is going to go with a block bet sizing into 2.5 million. Austin is going to bet, looks like 600. Yep, it sure was.
He floated to take it away from him, but he happened to actually hit the best. You know, he hit his card.
Yep.
He hit a jack.
He could have hit the queen on the flop, make the nuts. His ace, he might have thought could have been good, and of course he's got the chip lead, so he can have some devious intentions and look to be taken away on later streets.
Yeah. I mean, I think even a blank on the river, Austin's going to lead out. Looks like the guys, the people, the rail in the back, they just decided to just
fire up a game.
Start making, start playing cards on their own table.
Playing Uno back there or something. Who knows?
Take a little break from watching the action. Holds around to the small blind. Austin, ace-9 suited.
JJ and Austin have had a ton of battles tonight. And JJ is fighting back.
This is the one he picks?
He's fighting back. He's got sub 20 big blinds now. How many times has Austin raised the small blind into his big blind? It has been, from what I've seen and can recall, at least 6 to 8 times. And we saw when Austin thought JJ was 3-betting him a lot, he decided to 4-bet the jack deuce off. These are two experienced players who are adjusting and going after spots as they kind of see it in flow.
4.25. And Deuce is counting the stack. Austin was not even looking at the chips. He was really looking at Justin, trying to get a read on him.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pull the 600 and
So we can see Austin has the best hand, but he has not snapped chip stack. He needs to know the count first, then he's going to make a decision.
$3.65. No, but I get, you just asked for a different number. Yeah, I pulled in the 6.
Austin would like nothing more than to knock JJ out. The second place chip holder.
Yep, he's doing inventory, you could see, wondering what the damage would be if he makes this call. Though he didn't raise ace-9 suited from the small blind with intentions of folding, I imagine he did not anticipate JJ to jam on here too often.
The fact that the ace-9 is suited, what does that do for Austin's calculations? To change it at all?
For sure, ace-9 offsuit is going to be
a mucker.
An easier fold, yeah. JJ's pretty happy at this point, knowing he didn't get snap called. This is a pretty big spot, Rude. I can understand Austin going through everything methodically, making sure he is happy with his decision here. There's a lot of money up top. We're at the stage of the tournament right now. This is where the real money's made. Ship this tournament, take the $44,000. If he loses his pot, he'll still have the chip lead, but it will be very, very close. Makes the call.
Ultimately does make the call.
JJ's got live cards. Huge pot here, everybody. 8.8 million in the middle.
Justin's at risk right now.
Yep.
And behind.
See how many times y'all bluff me. Between the two of y'all.
2-to-1 dog.
We're not bluffing you. If you're folding, you couldn't have a hand.
Here we go.
Whew. Queen, Jack 8, rainbow.
Yeah.
You pick up the open ender.
JJ's going to need a king or a 6 on the river, or he's going to be our 5th place finisher today. Does not get there. Dang, you gotta applaud the heart there, JJ, recognizing the flow and going for it with the king 6 off there. But unfortunately for him, Austin's ace-9 suited holds, and JJ
That's a tough one.
is going to go home with
JJ is
13,000. Yep.
12-8. Yep. 12-8. 5th place for JJ.
GG's, JJ.
Yeah, he played well. He really did play well.
Yep. And congratulations to now our final 4 players who have all locked up $15,300.
Whereas Austin?
39 and signed for
Austin's got 84 big blinds.
Signed for last night. That's funny.
Wait, no, Lance. No, Lance. You're not going.
Wow, guy.
Well, what was that pump fee?
Wow, the old.
You're good, Lance.
We got a smile on Lance's face here. He must be happy about the ladder. Can't blame him. It's a very, very good feeling as a tournament player.
I've never seen him put money in a pot and be able to take it back.
Hard betting line don't mean shit, you know what I mean?
He didn't say one big blind. Raise a 6. Oh.
Man, Austin is in such a spot now. He could just continue to be aggressive. He's managed his chip lead beautifully.
Yeah.
He's managed it beautifully all the way up to this point. The fact that he took so much time to think about the ace nine of diamonds, just understanding the situation, knows it's a big spot and he needs to make his best decision. It just shows his experience. And now he's got a huge chip lead over everyone else, right? I think he's got 21.
21 million, yeah, 84 big blinds. Actually more now after that last hand.
Who's our second? Oh, wow, 13, 11, and 9 blinds for our other 3 players. Yep. Huge lead for
he's
Austin.
just going to relentlessly pound them. Well, here we go. John's going to beat him to the punch. He's actually going in all in front of him. And Austin has an ace. It's actually to Austin's benefit to keep some of these small blinds, or a couple of small blinds around. He can get chips elsewhere, you know.
It's close, yeah,
the
for
other
sure.
3 guys want to ladder up. Like each of the 3 guys, other than Austin, want to wait out one of the other short stacks.
It's close because there are 9, 11, and 13 blinds. It would be very advantageous for Austin if one of those stacks was like 25, 30 blinds, and then there's an 11 and a 9. He could really punish that middle stack.
JJ's gonna be sad.
But it looks like John, at least here in seat 1, is going to let loose a little bit. Now that they're all very close, they're four-handed, they've all locked up 15K.
John with the suited king. Well, actually, Lance is first. He's going to jam with an ace.
Snap
And
call.
John's calling. Look at this.
All right, we're off to the races. Fair fight. Small blind versus big blind. Lance jams with 10 bigs with the ace high, and John calls off. John is at risk, it looks like.
I have the record.
With the king 8 of clubs. Easy call as well. And yes, Shreddy Kruger confirmed. $400 buy-in. These final 4 players have locked up $15,000. Let's see if John can survive his 9th time all in at this final table.
10-5-4.
Oh.
He needs a king, 8, or a 7.
Nope, 4 pairs of the board. Lance is going to win that hand with ace high, and that is going to be the end of the road for John.
What a battle for John, though. Good
job, John.
Yeah.
John.
Alligator blood.
Yeah.
As they say, huh?
He makes his way around the table saying his goodbyes.
Yep, congratulations there. GG's John.
Cashes out for 15, almost 15.5K.
Yep.
Went to showdown with 100%.
Great job. I love the going around the table and congratulating the other players. And just like that, we're 3-handed. We got Lance, Tony, and Austin. Lance now second in chips with 22 blinds. Tony putting on a short stack clinic, climbing up to 3rd place. Got 11 blinds, but has now locked up $15,000. And everyone at this point, I believe, has locked up 20K for 3rd, and then 30K for 2nd, and 1st place is 44,000. What's up there, Jave? Glad you're enjoying the stream tonight.
John and Brian talking it over on the sidelines there.
How much you got, Tony?
I got like 2.5.
If you're just tuning in, everyone, we're down to the final 3 players from the initial 715 entries.
Hey out!
$400 buy-in here at Rounders Card Club in San Antonio, Texas. There was also, for those of you who might not play the $400 buy-ins, Rounders is really, really good about running satellites. So whenever we have a major event like this or a major series, you can always come into the club, check out the website, or on pokeratlas and see all the satellites that are running to qualify for some of these big events. So hopefully you can be the next one of the final 9 here on our big final table. Folds to Austin on the button here. He's got a playable hand, Queen Jack offsuit.
Raise. 6.
It's making it 600. Lance is in the big blind with 5.7 million in chips. 2nd place chip stack now. And now this is the situation I think Rude was referring to earlier. Now Austin can put a lot of pressure on Lance with the 22 big blind stack, second place chip stack, because Tony, being the 10-11 big blind stack, is going to have to put it in soon. And there is a $10,000 pay jump at this point when the third place stack busts out.
Folds to Austin in the big blind. He has ace king. Lucky for the other guys, they didn't wake up with anything. Drew, in our $15,000 tournament for tonight, we had ended up with 82 players in there.
Yep.
And first place is going to win $4,500.
Let's go.
Yeah.
New tournament.
35 people left right now. And we're playing down to 10. So that's good.
That's awesome. Congrats to everybody playing the inaugural 15K guaranteed Tuesday Tsunami.
I don't think I've had a shooting connection. Hey, all right.
Austin's going to let Tony have this one with his 10-6 offsuit.
That's a good hand. Oh, well, you ran into the bottom set. When it came to that queen eight. Or middle set. He could have had a
But don't go anywhere, everyone. We're going to see who the Rounders Cup 7 champion is. We have a situation where we have one short stack, one middling stack, and then a huge, huge chip leader in Austin. Tony goes all in from the small blind with the queen 8. I'm going to take it down.
Trying to chip up where he can.
Makes sense. That's what you're doing now. Now you're playing for the win at this point. This is not the beginning of the final table where you're maybe waiting for a bunch of shorties to bust out, or the middle. Now it's like, okay, who's going to fight? Who wants it?
You guys could both get 26, 50.
I got double
We got quite the rail building over there, sweating this final table.
Call. Raise 750 check. You can check.
Austin takes down another one.
With the 10 deuce off.
The old 10 deuce off, gets the walk.
Lance had a king in the blind, by the way. Pretty good hand when we're heads up in the blinds.
Am I blind?
Yes.
The last 3 players standing at a 715, Drew. Good sized field.
Man, I hope to
buy-in.
Yeah, I hope to be one of these people one day. Making it to a Rounders final table.
There we go. There's something for Tony.
Yep.
He's going to jam with ace queen offsuit.
Makes sense, and Lance has the ace-8 off. You're three-handed here, Rude. It gets real hard to fold a hand like ace-8 offsuit.
I agree. Yeah, 3-handed.
When the short stack jams into you with 11 blinds. Like, he's just got to do it with king, queen, pairs, everything.
2.6. Call.
Makes the call.
Yep, and we are off to the races here.
The rail just stands up.
Yep, they're interested now at this point. You got to sweat. Tony is at risk. Covered by Lance. Lance with the ace-8. 3-handed. Everybody has locked up $20,000. This is a $10,000 pay jump. If Lance can knock out Tony.
Oh.
yeah, window card.
Oh,
Gosh.
sweaty window.
Oh. 8 pairs, the ace 8. But, oh, that's
Clubs, nuts for Tony.
Flush.
Tony's going to double up.
Yeah, right. Sweat of the window.
nut flush for little Tony.
Heart skips a beat for a second there with that window card 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that
No
was
doubt.
it.
So this is what that hand did to the chip stacks.
Yep, Tony's now in second, and Lance looking for a double up. Less than 10 bigs, 8 blinds. 8 blinds in a dream. Show me them payouts, Rude.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think it's
We know-
exactly 20K for third.
44, 30,
There
and
it is.
20.
So there's your top 3 payouts, everyone.
Come on, post celebration. And JJ got hot at you.
John Anderson says best 3 still standing.
Race.
Can't argue.
Oh, hey, flips.
All in.
All in and call.
725 from C6.
He said 2 million. Small blind. Okay, so Tony with the 9-8 off in the small blind puts Lance all in for his last 8 blinds. Lance makes an easy call with pocket 7s.
Sweat. We want the sweat. Like 8, 5, 6.
Coin flip, Drew.
It is. Lance survives the flop. Survives the turn. Survives the river. Passing chips back and forth.
Okay.
Now they both got about 16 blinds.
Tony with a swing and a miss with the 9 high.
Yep, he was going for it. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. This is exactly what we said. Who's playing for the win now? And you can see Tony's playing for the win.
You sound like you're scared of one of us winning. That's what that sounds scared.
If you're enjoying the stream, you've been enjoying hanging out with Rude and myself. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us, and if you'll hit that subscribe button, you'll get notified of any content, any streams that we have coming up in the future.
Yep.
The next one is going to be next Thursday.
This
We're gonna
Thursday.
Have, yeah, this coming Thursday.
Yep.
In 2 days, it'll be 5-5 game. Are we doing a round of each, or is it just the whole?
We're not sure exactly the game yet. We know it's going to be a $2,000 buy-in match and stat game.
SETI and Company.
SETI and Company.
What's Tony doing? He's jamming with ace-4 offsuit from the button.
Yep. He's got 4 million in chips, which is good for about 16 blinds. Austin's going to fold Jack 10. Yep, our next stream is going to be Thursday. And then we have some other content plans coming out in the future, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button like Rude said on YouTube. We also just started releasing parts of our new tournament schedule, including this Tuesday 15K guaranteed, $160 buy-in, $100 add-on, and we just confirmed a little bit ago. How much was first, Rude? 4,500?
Yeah, about 4,700. I think.
4,700 for first
tonight.
place in this.
Mhm.
The very first edition of our 15K, and then tomorrow we're gonna have a $160 20K mystery bounty, followed by Thursday a new 2,500 guaranteed PLO $50 buy-in with rebuys, and then Friday we have a 20K mystery bounty free roll. So just pay your $25 access. You can rebuy and add on as well.
And remember, destiny awaits.
Destiny awaits, everyone. And we are heads up here with Austin and Tony. Tony catches a piece with the 3.
Yep, pair of 3s for Tony. Bottom pair. Can he withstand this pressure?
Understandably so, cannot. And we will not be hearing discussion of chop, by the way. The stacks are just not
No.
there, Rude. We talked
No.
about that earlier. Man, it feels so good to have a mountain of chips like that.
actually just hoping out the best hand. You woke up with the 8-4, you know?
Folds from 2.
Speaking of, see that?
Hmm.
Speaking into existence.
Lance gets a walk.
Yeah. Had a very playable hand there. I'm sure he was going to do something at least.
Quick peek at the chip stack sizes.
Like, it's for a lot of money in the last
See, Lance and Tony are tied. That's really good for Austin.
Like Lance is used
Like
to the
each of those two guys, Lance and Tony, are really feeling the pressure to outlast the other.
$10,000, I would too, right?
He was like, he's kind of a high roller.
500 with 4 1K side max.
Yeah, it's juicy.
There's some
Oh.
juice.
All right, we're going to see a flop here. Lance calls in the small blind with the 10-8. Austin makes the best hand with his pair of 4s. And looks like Deuce is going to pass off the deck to Lori. So thank you, Deuce, and welcome back, Lori. We hope she enjoyed her pizza.
Think so?
Sure she did.
That depends on who you ask. There were a lot of JJ fans out there when I ran.
Tony and
There were a
Lance.
lot of JJ fans.
They're both at the opposite end of the table from Austin. Both with similar, like the same chip stack sizes.
Definitely not a rookie. What's his name?
250
John.
from Lance.
John Albie. We call him Albie. It's Alvarez. Sweet. Oh, how do you know?
Austin's going to let Tony have this one.
No.
Going to fold the 4 Deuce suited.
Oh, yeah. I like that one. That's a good one.
Big blind, please.
Ooh.
Spicy hands here. Jack 10 suited for Austin on the button. Tony's got the King Queen offsuit.
Hey, how you?
Raise.
Oh, Austin just puts
Putting
them
it
all in.
Yep. I dig it. He doesn't want to raise fold this hand. He's going to be jamming his small pairs here. What else does he have in that range? He's probably got some like ace 10, ace 7. He's got the Jack 10 suited. He's got the 3s and the 4s. Tony makes the call with the King Queen.
Let's go. It's a 10K flip. We're right in the same ballpark.
9 of clubs.
King High is still in the lead for Tony.
Oh, Queen of Clubs.
Sweaty turn.
Clubs.
Ah.
Oh no, clubs on the river.
Austin does it.
Austin is he executes little Tony.
In third place. Consolation prize, $20,000, Rude.
Not bad, man. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. And we are now heads up.
Be big twice. You're going to beat the button.
20K for little
Lance will be
Tony.
my
Yep. 20K
And
for
look at this.
Tony.
Look at this chip stack
big
disparity.
Be big twice in a row.
106 big blinds to 13 big blinds.
Austin came into the final table with about 100 bigs.
You were not big blind?
Gets heads up with 100 bigs.
I know, it was his button. Yeah, you were big blind.
And Lance, though, going to be happy. He's locked up 30,700.
Fantastic payout. Where are the all reds in the chat?
Where are the all reds at? This is the moment you've been waiting for. Your man Lance, Dad, Pops.
Landon and Elva, I believe.
Everyone in the
Who was
chat.
there earlier, checking in on the dad.
Dinner on Lance tonight. You guys are going out to eat. Maybe Sizzler. He's all in with his kings, maybe. We'll see. I think Austin's going to put this in, too.
Call. All in and a call.
All in the call.
Wow, one hand to heads up. This might be it. Everyone,
Look at Austin's face. He's like,
look at your screen here. Austin needs to hit another one, and he will be the 2023 Rounders Cup champion.
Kings are in good shape right now. Oh,
Ace on the flop.
Right in the doorway.
told you they make them.
The window card, I guess. Oh my God.
And that's going to lock it up. One hand heads up. GG's Lance in second place.
Austin takes that one down. Lance in second place. 33,000 going to Lance.
I offered him a chocolate.
I think Austin just said I offered them a chop.
44K for Austin. Congratulations to all the players at the final table tonight.
Yeah.
That was a stacked final table.
That was a great final table. I hope you really enjoyed that. If you did enjoy this final table, please don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. And shout out to Austin. He went the distance, came into the final table with a big chip stack. He played it incredibly and never lost the lead. And then he is our champion now, and he's going to take home $44,000. His name is going to be engraved on the Rounders Cup. He's also going to get a trophy to take home and another victory to his belt. Austin's a beast.
Yeah, it's just adding to his tournament winnings. This is going to do nothing to change his image. Everyone knows he's a beast, especially in the tournament circles. And yeah, I just want to congratulate these guys, especially Austin, for a great game tonight.
100%. Incredible job, Austin.
Pictures, I'm going to get your trophy for you.
Done?
Sorry, I missed it back.
I don't care. It's one round.
Oh, okay. Good. Just bust it up.
So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I want to let you know about some of the new tournaments that we started up here at Rounders. Today was the very first edition of this 15K guaranteed that drew 80-plus entrants with a $4,500 buy-in, or $4,500 plus for first place. And then tomorrow, big event at the club, $160 buy-in as well, 20K guaranteed mystery bounty event. Top bounty, $4,000. You can also add on in this event. And then Thursday, we got the new Pilo 50, $50 buy-in with rebuys, $2,500 guaranteed. And Friday, another big event at the club, $20,000 guaranteed mystery bounty. But this is a free roll. Pay your $25 access, and you get a free starting stack. And of course, you can rebuy and add on. This is Friday night.
Those mystery banner tournaments are a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of fun.
But come on out. And also, listen, if you're trying to learn how to play PLO, $50 buy-in, it's a great time. Thursday night, come on out. You got a guaranteed payout. It's a great way to do it.
100%. And if you have not already, do us one more favor. Make sure that you follow us on socials. Rounders Card Club, Rounders Tonight. And that's going to do it for myself, Drew, a.k.a. Bet on Drew, and my man here, Rudy, a.k.a. Rude, SATX on socials.
Good stuff tonight, Drew.
Good stuff tonight, brother. I appreciate it. And chat, we appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. From San Antonio, Texas, Rounders Card Club. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
There we go.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.